What is everybody? Welcome to the episode of Smart Minds, Good Times. Today I have a very special guest, Troi. Hughes, say what's up.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy, Troi.
So, Troi, before we start, I always like to get background of everybody, all the guests we have on. So, are you originally from Richmond?
Yeah.
Born and raised?
Born and raised.
Damn, so what was it like growing up?
So, it's kind of complex for real. So, I'm from Southside Richmond, born and raised, but I grew up in Chesterfield as well, though. So, my parents split at a younger age. My mom lived in Chesterfield. My dad and grandma stayed in the Southside. So, it was and it's about a 7-minute difference from each one, but it's two different lifestyles completely. Yeah. So, it's a little bit rough on this side, but cool. It ain't bad, you know what I'm saying? It's a little rough. And the other side it's cool, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different though, you know what I'm saying? It's a different type of mentality on this side, in the county for real. So I was able to be blessed with both situations where I could learn two different things, two different aspects of life at the same time.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's very different for each other, but it's so close to each other.
Yeah.
How old were you when that happened?
So I was about 10 years old.
10 years old, so you were about going into middle school?
I was in fourth, so almost middle of fourth. Yeah.
Okay, and so what high school did you go to?
With the Meadowbrook High School.
Okay, so you went to Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing your location, your address, school address was out of Southside then?
Yeah, no, so that's actually Chesterfield.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because that's why I say it's so close. Where I'm from, where my mom moved to, and I grew up as well. Though it's literally 8 minutes away from each other.
Yeah.
So even my zip code in Chesterfield is a Richmond zip code. So it was kind of I'm right there on that. So as soon as I'm getting off the bus from middle school, high school, I'm going straight to Southside to my grandma's house. So it's that kind of was my life. So I got to learn the book smarts from the county and the street smarts from the city. Right there, a thin line for real.
I mean that makes you smarter than most people because it gives
for
you
real
life experience.
Yeah, definitely. It makes me be able to adjust in different situations, different surroundings. Though it's kind of like I wouldn't say a chameleon because I'm always myself, but I know how to read the room, know what I'm in, and just be whatever.
Adapt, I guess.
Adapt. Yeah, definitely.
So what was school life like for you?
I actually I'm very intelligent. I always in honors classes. Even from I got to middle school to high school, I was in honors classes. I was the class clown as well though. So everybody say I'm smart, but I'm just a class clown though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really take studying and stuff serious, but once I listen to something, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
English and social studies, those are my favorite things though. But math, I didn't really get into math too much. So
what was something like happened in school that you won't forget? It could be an embarrassing moment or a serious moment. Maybe you got in a fight, something like that.
I got in a fight. Yeah. I don't forget that. No, I lost. Yeah.
Oh, you lost?
So that was high school.
It's all good.
For sure. See, that's the thing about fighting, it's not about winning and losing. It's about standing your ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what situation I was in because I was the younger, smaller guy then. So I was going in a situation where a lot of older guys, they kind of had a hierarchy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was the guy that always was to myself and I didn't really care. You know what I'm saying? I was cool, but I did my own thing. I didn't really follow after the older guys. So I guess someone might seen it as who this guy think he is. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying though. So one time a guy came up to me and said, "Oh, you think you hard?" And you know what I said? "Show me I ain't hard." You know what I'm saying? So we got in a fight. I didn't get beat up bad. It didn't go my way. You know what I'm saying? But after that day, all the people in my age group respected me, and the older people you got heart, and that's all that matters though. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine somebody came up to you and you didn't do anything.
Yeah, for sure though.
And one thing I heard is if you showed them you don't want to fight,
but you fighting every day now. And that's one thing my father taught me from a kid. My dad is a very prominent figure in the city. He was a coach in Southside. So from the day me and my brother, from the day I started playing football for Blackwood at 6 years old. My brother was 4. By the time I was 8, that's when I started getting tried. And he started putting it into me you better fight back. I don't care what happened. If you don't fight them, you're going to have to come fight me.
Yeah.
So that's been my mentality since I was 8 years old, though. So, win or lose, I don't care about that. I'm going to fight, though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's just morals at that point.
And each time you get better, though. So, after that, it changed my whole mindset stuff. I had to preparing though. I take lifting weights serious now. I started doing little boxing classes. I started just taking my physical fitness serious. I'm not gonna just win every fight though. Just all based off pure who I am. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta prepare your body though. Be prepared for everything.
Yeah, especially even if you don't win or lose, it's just being able to defend yourself. That way you don't come out, internally injured or dead.
Definitely.
It's all that can happen in a fight.
Yeah, because the saying though, I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. You know what I'm saying? So like always be prepared in any situation though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so like you said you were always like very intelligent in honors classes. So I saw you pursued college, right?
I graduated from North State University.
Norfolk?
Norfolk State.
What did you major in?
Business.
Business, like business management?
Business management, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
and that's a 4-year course?
4 year, yeah. So actually I did it I took 6 because the first 3 years I did kinesiology. Cause like that's the most thing like football players and sports athletes usually do. We used to do like PE or kinesiology. That's the study of the movements in your body.
Okay.
So I did that, but then I kind of cheated for real. Cause like I had a coach that said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. After I heard that one time, I used my looks to get the girls to do my homework and do my my papers and all that stuff. So it kind of got me the cruise back to my senior year till I started getting to finals and I couldn't pass it. After that, I got into a little bit of trouble where I got kicked off the football team. So then that I always was like 1 foot in and 1 foot out, like the streets and stuff. Yeah. So it's like after I got kicked off the football team, I was like all in the streets for real. So it's like I stopped going to school for 2 years, and then I was like I only got a couple of credits left, so I re-enrolled and ended up finishing out.
So you could like, so even if you did drop out, your credits still stay and valid, and you could come back.
Yeah, I lost my scholarship, but I could still come back in. I paid out my own pocket though. Okay. But I was making enough money to afford paying for college then.
Would you say like you losing your position in the football team and dropping out, you think it's one of those situations in life where everything happens for a reason? You think it was meant to happen?
Definitely. Because I was a person that I never really liked football and sports growing up. It just over time I ended up getting good. So I ended up having a great game, like my first time starting in high school, and I ended up receiving a scholarship. So it was like I took advantage of the opportunity and just kept going to school though. So football never really made me, but when it was done, I didn't really hold on to it. I didn't faze me too much because I never had a passion for it.
That makes sense. It's one thing. I guess you were comfortable, you could say?
Yeah, I was comfortable. Yeah. And that's one thing I did learn. And it's like a lot of things with psychology is like a lot of people that was passionate with football growing up and gave it their all and didn't really make it after college, it's kind of hard for them to come back into the real world and really get to understand, like, finding their route in their lane. See, I always building myself up around things outside of sports. So once I didn't play sports, everything else still flowed naturally. Like, I was attractive. I've always been a hustler, salesman. I had good social skills, so I'm likable, and so I could really adjust to any. Like I said, I can adjust to any situation. So I just flowed natural, whatever I hopped into.
So so you just said you were a salesman. Is that like one of the first jobs you ever worked in?
First job, actually, yes, though. So
really?
when I was in 9th grade, after football had ended, I was like, I'm not gonna run track. I'm not gonna play baseball, nothing like that. I was like, I need to get some more money. You know what I'm saying? So I actually applied for detail law, and it's crazy because I see my manager today with my daughter in the mall. That hired me. So I was 15 years old. I grabbed a suit that I had from my 8th grade dance. Yeah. I had applied a week before to detail.com. I filled out everything. Ended up getting a ride from my girlfriend to the mall. Yeah. And then ended up getting a job at Detail R. So I was selling like shoes and clothes to people. So I ended up learning the game of retail value, how to product management, how to present your clothes to people, you know what I'm saying, how to sales pitch, you know what I'm saying, like how to upscale when you get to the register, like this person bought a pair of shoes, now I'm going to sell them socks, I'm going to sell them a hat to go into it. So I learned that whole game at 15.
Yeah, or like the shoe cleaner, just like, hey, keep it clean.
Yeah, and that's how you do it though. It's like add an extra pitch to it to this $70 sale now it turns to a $100 sale. Yeah.
And that's good that you learn that skill at a young age, because that skill will stick with you for the rest of your life.
Forever.
It's not like a skill that can be taken from you.
Yeah.
It's part of who you are now.
Definitely.
It's like, so when you graduated, what were your thoughts like? Did you know you want to pursue college, or were you like, I'm gonna pursue this, or were you just like going with the flow?
It was a scholarship though. Like I never had and we had a little saying when I was in high school, it was called D1 or the trap. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I'm either gonna get a college scholarship or I'm gonna sell drugs. That was like that was our thought process. Like if you go like to my old Twitter, that's all we used to say. Like we never really had we didn't think about nothing else. You know?
But what about my bad. I meant like when you graduated college.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was just for like honestly, that was more like for my family purposes, because like they seen me get so far, and like I kind of let them down by getting kicked off the team, because I'm like the first person like in my immediate family to like graduate college for real. Okay. So it was like I had like an obligation to my family. Like I can't let them I want to at least let them see me walk the stage. But after that, I was like I was like I said, I was more in the streets then now. So it was like I didn't really care about that, because like even like when I graduated, I paid somebody to do all my courses for that joint. So it was like I just used my money to get me across the line.
You know, I forgot to ask you, but I'm gonna take a guess on how old you are. Okay. 26, 27?
Nah.
Older or younger?
I'm older.
Older.
Yeah.
28?
29.
29. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So you graduated about maybe like
2012.
So 11 years ago?
Yeah, 11 years ago.
Okay. From high school or college?
From high school.
From high school, okay.
Yeah.
And you did a 6-year, it took you 6 years, so you graduated from college 2018?
Yep, 2018.
Okay. So
I supposed came out 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you were in the streets, but like, when do you think it took? At what point do you think it really like hit you, where like, yo, I need to get together and maybe focus on something?
It was a situation where I was it's a situation that happened in Southside where one of a family member had ended up getting killed. You know what I'm saying? But with the situation, it was so messy because I was very close to both sides of the people who was getting into it, and it was like it came to a point where I felt like, and before that thing happened. It's a messy topic for real, though, but it very held dear to my heart though, for because I feel like if I had this state of mind now, I would have did more to say more. You know what I'm saying? Because I always had influence over people my age, older and younger, and I feel like I didn't exercise that in the right way when it happened. Like I kind of let life just go past. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't so in tune with everything then. So like if I knew what I knew now, I would have said more. You know what I'm saying? And that maybe not would have happened. You know.
Yeah, you think that moment was when you like, all right, I need to maybe disinvolve myself from all this and just
yeah. Because leading up to that, like I had a best friend get killed. Like I always had like people, acquaintances like die and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my close friends were starting to get locked up, and I was like, I'm no special than any of these people. Like I'm this close. Like my car got shot up one time. You know what I'm saying? Like shootouts and everything. It was like I was going through a lot of stuff where I'm just getting by the grace of God. So it's like I gotta take this serious though. You know what I'm saying?
Like those are, like you said, by the grace of God, those are signals that like if you don't pay attention and you don't take action, it's basically telling you like, yo, it'll happen to you. You don't
for real though. Now. Yeah, and then it's like I had a best friend and stuff, and he had told me like, hey man, this is gonna be our last year doing what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? And when he said that, it's like cause we like was close, but he was a little bit older than me. So I looked up to him. I looked up to him, you know, and he told me this, and I'm like, all right, like he showed me the game for real. He got me into it, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take heed of that. So I ended up getting out that year. He ended up kept going, and he ended up getting shot 5 times. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this is my best friend. You know what I'm saying? He got shot 5 times. So I'm like, yeah, hell, I don't want nothing to do with none of this no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Would you say like what's like maybe like the biggest lesson you could take from all the situations you were involved or learned from?
Yeah.
What do you think is like the biggest lesson you could take from that? Maybe something you would like push on your kids.
Go with your gut and watch the people who are around you. Because like the people around you are not always with you. You know what I'm saying? People like I said, I always been popular, so they always attracted all type of energies. In the beginning, I was real welcoming to just anybody around me. If I feel like they was a good person or something like that, they could just be around me. But as I got older, I started to see like people had ulterior motives behind everything. People would be around me and not really like me, but wouldn't speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a person, if I don't like you or something, if it affects me enough, I'm going to say something. If it doesn't, I'm just going to stay away from you. And everybody's not like that. Some people just ride it out to see how far they could gain from that. I'm not one of them people though, you know? So I'll be mindful who around you though, because that could build you up or take you down.
You know, like have you ever heard of saying like the only way you can get to me, or like the only way somebody can really get to you is not people that are not around you, it's people who are around you.
You know, yeah.
Because it's like they're already around you. They can get you at any time.
Like that. And like your heart can make you blind, you know? And I seen that firsthand though. And I was like, I can't let that happen no more. So like any signs of like I see snakish like in mannerism, I just cut it off. You know what I'm saying? If something rubs me the wrong way, and it's like I'm at an age now, like I'm 29, I don't have to deal with people. You know what I'm saying? I done built myself up where I could do what I need to do by myself, and the people that I have around me, we already been battle tested. You know what I'm saying? And that's why another thing I would tell people, make sure the people that you hold close and to the highest regard, you've been through things with. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's going to tell you a lot. And evaluate the things that you've been through. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, back in the day, I used to have a mindset, like, if he'll fight with me, he wouldn't betray me or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because the person will fight or do certain things for you don't mean they love you completely. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a group of friends, like, we like to fight. You know what I'm saying? So him fighting with me, that's not saying he's loyal to me. He just like to fight. You know what I'm saying? A person who has money just because he gives you money don't mean he's loyal to you. He just has money. You know what I'm saying? It's what people do when they're uncomfortable and do it for you still. That's true love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might be broke, but I might have $100, but you might need 20. You know what I'm saying? This could be, I'd be down to 80, but I love you. I could get it to you. You know what I'm saying? Besides the person who has $10,000 and they don't give, and they'll give you, they arguing to give you 20 though, but they give it to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to really evaluate what people are doing.
I guess it's all about what it means to somebody. Because if I have $10,000, those 10,000 don't mean, my bad, I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Those 10,000 don't mean anything to me. I'll give somebody $10,000.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean anything to me.
Thank you. You feel what I'm saying?
Like if somebody has, like you said, $100 and I give 20, those $20 to me is like.
It's everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really love you. You know, I put myself in a uncomfortable position just to make sure everything was good, you know? Yeah. And most people won't do that, and that's how you know the difference between real and fake.
Yeah, and like you said, one thing you said earlier is like when you got to make sure the people around you have gone through situations because that's what it's almost like when I've heard the saying like when people are angry or emotional, that's how they really feel.
Yeah, and drunk. Yeah,
and drunk. And when you are in those situations, I'm not saying you're angry or drunk, but that's when you're really the real you comes out.
Yeah.
But it's like
your shadow side for real, and that's the side that most people try to hide. You know what I'm saying? Like that like you're saying that the dark place. That people try to hide that from the world, and that's a true side of you. Yeah, it actually the best side of you for real. It's just some people don't know how to handle it and express it in the correct way.
Yeah, you know that's true, and you know, I have heard that saying. Like you know, I didn't used to really believe that. Not exactly I didn't believe it, but until I experienced it firsthand, where it happened to me, where you said like, when you're drunk, that's really who you are.
Yeah.
Because you really won't understand it until you see somebody or it happens to you.
Because like our social norms make us confine who we really are. You know what I'm saying? Like we always have to put on an image for the outside world. So we compress who we really are on the inside. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might be super goofy, but school has taught you like it's not the time or place for it. You know what I'm saying? So over time, it kind of like it dims you down. Have you ever seen the movie Us?
Us?
Yeah. It's a Jordan Peele movie.
Maybe I don't think so.
So look into that though. So like I have a friend though. Her name is Kiana. She really like I seen it before, but I didn't truly understand it until I went through a shroom experience. I had a trip. You know what I'm saying? I take mushrooms and I had a trip. You know what I'm saying? And it was called a bad trip, but really it was a good trip because it made me realize a lot of things about myself. Yeah. But in the movie with Jordan Peele, Us, it's about your shadow self being hidden for so long that after a while, when they get a chance to get out, it kills who you really are. So you ever seen somebody who went through an extreme traumatic situation that it changed them completely? Like they feel like they seem like a whole different person. You know what I'm saying? Like they might have lost a close one, but now they seem like dark and dim. It's like they just don't have the same light they have been. You know, like when you was as you was a kid or when you was in middle school, people have joyful, they feel lifeful. You know what I'm saying? Like then sometimes it's like it's just dark. You don't have it and was like, hey. It's like they are numb for real. That's their shadow stuff had taken over their body for real because they didn't let it express properly, so they couldn't handle those situations. You know what I'm saying? And it's great. It's deep though. You know, it's definitely deep.
You know, it's like I've never really, I don't really do hard drugs or anything, but shrooms I'm starting to learn is not exactly a hard drug because I heard Joe Rogan talk about it a lot, but like, what is that like? Because I heard there's like a different perspective on life.
Yeah. It's a psychedelic. It's a mind opener for real. But I would say don't take it if you're not strong mentally, because you could really do some bad things to yourself. But like when they say a bad trip, that's when it seemed like dark. You're facing your demons now. You know what I'm saying? So when I had my trip, it made me realize that I was self-centered. I was compressing who I was for a while. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expressing myself truly. I was holding my tongue on a lot of things. I was dealing with emotional problems, relationship problems. Like I didn't, like even my apartment, I realized I was so somebody had pictures of myself on the wall. I got like, when I was on a trip, I took off all the pictures. I didn't even want to see myself. I'm like, what have I become? I've been put up a shield so much to protect my ego and my spirit that now I got pictures of myself on the wall. Like, but I'm saying it's like my modeling awards. But I'm like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to have family, life, and all that stuff like outside of yourself. So it was a big eye opener for me. You know what I'm saying? Even how I was treating my dog. You know what I'm saying? I was on a trip looking at my dog. I'm like, damn, man, he don't look too good right now. You know what I'm saying? He's not really happy. But it's what I was going through, and like I was compressing myself and trying to defend. Like trying to feel like I was protecting myself, but I was really hurting myself because I wasn't expressing how I really feel to people. I was holding things in and all that. So then I even looked at my apartment. I was like, man, this is not a house. This is a coffin. You know what I'm saying? Like, all my decor in my house was black. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was dark in my house. It was shady. No plants, no lights, no nothing. It's like, it's just real dim. I'm like,
no life in there.
No life in there. I'm like, why am I doing this? But I'm trying to protect my ego, my pride. I'm trying to be so hard on the outside so people don't see. And it lashed over into my personal life. So, like, even when I go in my house at home, I'm closing the door. Like, why are you doing that for?
You think maybe that's something, it's like, I would be lying to you. I tell you, to a certain extent, I don't do that. Because I feel like everybody does.
Yeah.
Do you think that's something that, like, do you think maybe that if everybody didn't do that, the world would go to, you could say shit, because everybody be doing what they want to do, and it could lead to violence or bad decision making? Do you think, to a certain extent, you should try to have like a social image, know how to act socially? That makes sense.
I don't think so, because you're not really being who you are for real. That's how you have so much of a following culture. That's why you got so many kids want to be like rappers. So many kids. It makes people easier to be influenced because they don't want to get bullied. You know what I'm saying? It's like the kid in school that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, growing up, and then the football guy, he's bullying that kid. You know what I'm saying? But that kid end up being Willy Wonka when he grew up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he always remained himself and different. It's like Tyler, the Creator. He's weird to most people, but look at him. He's in his own lane, own likeness. Yeah. So it's like, expressing yourself shows who you really are, because it's always going to be a tribe for you. It's just some people are afraid to find their tribe, you know?
But some people are crazy if they really are their true selves. But that's the world. There's good and there's bad.
But see, and that's the thing. It's called the lima.
The lima.
It's called the lima. It's do as thou wilt. It's do as thou wilt. If you look it up, I think Alistair Crossan, I think he came up with that. He had like a cult, and he had a cult, I think, believes in California. Like, he was a bad guy though. I think he studied like demonology or something. Like, but his father was a pastor. You know what I'm saying? But he despised God and stuff so much. But he came to a church called Do As Thou Wilt. But it's saying you are who you are. He felt like he was born bad. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, people are bad, but that's just part of life though. You know what I'm saying? Because like, when they compress it, that's when you have somebody that they come to you like it's so sweet, but they're doing dark stuff in closed doors. You don't see it though, because they feel like they have to compress it, and that's what people get surprised, because you're gonna be who you are. You can't compress it forever. You know what I'm saying? It's in the closet, and then that's when it's actually worse for real, because you never see it coming. You know?
You think, like you said, like maybe you realized that when you were off a shroom trip. You think for other people it'll be like, let's just say like let's say if you have a lot of money, it'll be easier for you to really be yourself, because you don't have to worry about all these other like constraints and things.
Sometimes it's worse when you have a lot of money, because what got you the money is the image you have to keep portraying. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned a lot from a lot of different people. That's why I'm thankful for my experiences, the good and bad. So like, when I first graduated college, I had a landscaping company. It's called Pursue Eden. No, this is my own nonprofit now. It was called Pyramid Home Services. So I was doing jobs for millionaires, like taking down trees, leaf removal, cutting grass. So I actually met a multi-millionaire. He had like, I think his net worth was like 50 million. You know what I'm saying? But he seen what I was doing, and I had like my crew of friends. They was doing the work, but he seen that I was 21 then, and he was like, I like what you're doing. Like, let's have a talk. And I was like, and I'm a person that if I meet somebody of anything that just intrigues me, I ask them questions. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what's a few advice you would give me? You know what I'm saying? He was like, don't spoil your kids. You feel me? So he was in his 80s. His wife had just left him. It took half of his money. His son was 56, still coming to his house begging for money, and had a bad drug habit.
His son,
56. It's like he spoiled him so much that they're dependent on him. His neighbor was a multimillionaire doctor, committed suicide. He's like, all this is not true happiness. You know what I'm saying? Your happiness in your home, like I said, is life in there and all that. And if you look, a lot of people are self-centered, and they do things to hide themselves where they're not really happy. They're doing things to please social statuses. And it's not, they can't really be themselves. So he said, I lost half my fortune, and it's the happiest I've ever been. My wife that's been around me for 15 years, that's been using me, is gone now. And I'm done with that. I got to pay that, but I'm happier now. You know what I'm saying? Then he got an older woman that truly loved him for who he was. Like, she knew he was losing half of everything. She still was with him. You know, he's like, I wish I would have seen these things earlier and not been so caught up in the world.
That makes sense. It's like, it's one thing I've heard, and I'm sure you have too, is like, everybody chooses their own struggle. Like you said, like maybe you have the materialistic things and the money.
Yeah.
You're not exactly happy, but you don't struggle with the financial side of things. But
yeah,
if it goes the other way around, you might be more at peace with yourself. But dealing with financial struggles is a big burden on you too.
If you ever seen a homeless person that's been homeless for years, they're the happiest they ever been. They're at peace. Yeah. It's like you seen the movie. Seen TV show Snowfall.
Snowfall, I have not.
You gotta get in.
I don't
man.
watch much TV.
But at the end, Franklin had lost everything, and he said, "This is the happiest I've ever been. I'm at peace. My chains are off me." You know what I'm saying? Like we put ourselves in like a rat race of competing, a competition to be number one. That a lot of times you lose yourself getting there because sometimes you do things to compromise who you are. You have to do not bad things. Do with business things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's like a thin line between, like they say, business and personal. When you do business, you most times of the time, that means you messed over somebody close to you just to excel in business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say it's business, not personal. It's always going to be personal because this is somebody's livelihood at the end. So it's like it's certain things you have to do to get to that position, regardless of how you feel.
Is Snowfall the one with the drug? I think he was like a teenager when it first started, but he basically ran like a drug. Yeah. I've seen the TikTok. I watch a lot of TikTok.
Yeah.
I've never watched that show.
So and it showed us. So he lost like $73 million. He was dead broke, losing. But he said my chains are off me though, because like what comes with that, it's a lot. Like I know a lot of like celebrities that go through it because it's like it brings around people who are fake, who just want to get you for your clout. It's like you don't know who really there for you. It's like it just. You don't really feel the love as much. You get blinded by it. So that's why a lot of people get hooked on drugs, alcohol, and just get lost in the world.
So you know how you said like you realized that when you were you can say high. It's technically high, right?
I wouldn't say I realized I kind of knew all that stuff before I got high, but I realized more stuff about myself when I was high. Yeah, like my flaws.
Do you think other people maybe feel that when they're drunk or high? But I mean, I guess it's like they rather be in that state than try to like actually fix it themselves. I'm not sure.
I think sometimes it makes them remove their stuff from thinking so deep. Like some people get drunk and high to take them to another level where they don't think about their problems. Like you have to fight your fears. You got that's a part of getting past them is first going at a head up. And some people, they get drunk and high to get themselves away from it so it's not on their mind at all. They're running from it, you know?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's like life keeps going around you.
Life keeps going. No matter what happened to you, it's going to keep on ticking. And that's what life has showed me, though.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know, so you're a model, though, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, so, like,
that's one of the many things I do. So people ask me what I do, I'd be like, I do it all. I do it all.
I saw some of the things you do, and I'll get to them, I promise.
We good. Let's go. We chill.
With the modeling, you know, I think it was like your first Instagram post ever.
Okay.
Ask me if I'm wrong, but it was like modeling wasn't really on your head, but like a post went viral.
Yeah.
Someone said that like you should do modeling.
Yeah.
Is that what got you into modeling?
So actually before that, when I was in college, my grandmother is executive producer of Ryan Founders that work with GRTC. Okay. She was like, we're having a commercial, grandson, like, come do it. Like, because I'm attractive. I got most attractive in high school. She's like, you look good. Like, take pictures. You know what I'm saying? So when I got there, it was supposed to be a photo shoot, but they ended up recording a commercial. And it was like, you got it. You feel me? But I was still like one foot in the streets, one foot out. I was like, I can't really go far with this. Because like being in Richmond, you don't really think you could go past the ceiling. You think your ceiling's so low, like this is not gonna take off. You know what I'm saying? It's not no belief into it. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know anybody who made it from here, so it's kind of hard to believe we could get there. So a few years passed. I'm like, man, I want to try modeling again. So I reached out to a photographer, Selah, visual narrator. I want to model. She was like, but she know me from more of the street aspect. She's like, okay, Troi, you know. So she reached back out to me like 6 months later. I got a project. Yeah. Took the picture. One of my friends threw an alley hoop, tweeted Tyra Banks and said, tell my friend take modeling serious. And it went viral. The photographer started hitting me up. Then I just been chasing ever since.
Do you think maybe something as small as maybe not that tweet had never been made, you wouldn't be in the situation you are now?
I wouldn't. I give it all to Angela. Like, I love you, you know. I love you.
So that, you know, that's something we really push, or we not exactly push here, but something we really believe here.
Yeah.
In our podcast and everything is everything happens for a reason.
Everything counts. And so like even me being obnoxious and keeping up the photography, I want to shoot a photo shoot. Yeah. That was part of the plan. Like God said, you're doing enough to where I'll push you a little bit further to keep going, you know?
Yeah. It's one of those things like, you know how like when people, let's just say, constantly pray for something to happen?
Yeah.
But it won't work. If somebody who's in their room, it just stays in the room all day, is praying for something to happen, it won't happen because you're not putting yourself in a situation.
You gotta take action towards it, though. Like, you gotta have faith, and you gotta believe, and you gotta grind. You know, that's part of the whole process. You can't just put it in the air and think it's gonna fall back down. Like you said, it's time to pray. Now it's time to go out there and chase it, though. Even if you fall, get back up and keep going.
Yeah. No, I strongly believe that, because like from experience, and I'm sure you have gone through it too. You've seen it firsthand, so. Yeah, I definitely believe that.
Definitely.
But it's like, so that's what made you want to start modeling, right? But how did you really full on pursue it? Like, I guess with the proper guidance, like, okay, this is the moves I have to make. I have to do this.
It was trial and error for real. Yeah. So like, my manager, Ashley, IP management and position management in LA, like she my sister, you know, so. She live in LA. I met her doing on Instagram. Okay. She said she booked me a job with Cedric the Entertainer. And then after that shoot, she was like, I like what you're doing. I love your hustle. You came out here last minute, you grind. Would you like to be a part of my team? I was like, she the only person that's the first person I met. She believed in me. I'm like, let's go. One thing about me, I'm loyal. So I'm gonna ride with you to the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it. And we just did trial and error to like different positions. Like, we chasing it. We booking flights to book with big photographers. We paying them to do photo shoots just to up our social status, to meet different people, different positions. I'm spending my last money. She's spending her last dimes to get me to Florida to do this shoot and like that. It's like we just put in, like, just keep chasing, because we didn't have a blueprint. So like, even with modeling, I'm more of a commercial model. I didn't know what I want to do at first, because I didn't know it's so many lanes with modeling. I'm not a fashion model for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a commercial model. And my big brother, Lawrence Robinson, you know, he had a lot of stuff on BET and a lot of big movies coming on Netflix. Oh, yeah? He put me on. He's like, you're more of a commercial face. You like me. We have commercial. We're not really fashion. You know what I'm saying? So he gave me that game to, now I'm a commercial model now, you know?
Yeah, and it's like, I seen that, correct me if I'm wrong, but are you signed to 2 or 3 model agencies?
I'm signed to 4.
To 4,
yeah,
okay.
4. Shout out to Marvin, you know what I'm saying? That's my manager as well, in Miami. Like, he's a photographer. He took my headshots, and he presented me in a way that agencies couldn't deny me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he knows. He been in the game for so long. He put so many people like Donnie Savage on. He's Morris Chestnut, photographer. Robbie XXXL. He got. That's what he does, though. You know what I'm saying? He know how to bring us to light and show us in the proper way. And he just set it up, send it out, and I ended up getting picked up.
It's the ones you posted on your story not too long ago. It's the 2. You say like maybe 2 of your more iconic pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So he just managed to get the right angle, right lighting, and everything.
Yeah, yeah. It's the ones, right? My headshots. It's my newest headshots where like when I'm bald headed, smiling. Like, he knows how to sell me already. So like they can already picture me in these type of commercials. You know, he made an easy sale.
So you know, it's like I guess I've had a lot of bigger artists on here and tell me about like how the music game works and being signed.
Yeah.
So with the modeling side, it's not like you're signed to one label, it's one agency. It's like you can be signed to different.
It matters how you have it though. Some people have exclusive contracts. Okay. I have a non-exclusive. So like some places have exclusives to their state. You know what I'm saying? So one agency I can't do with any other agencies in that whole region. You know what I'm saying? Other ones you could do whatever. You could freelance. You know.
So what's like? What would you say like the trickiest part about being signed to so many? Let's just say they wanted you. Let's say all 4 want you to do different ones, different shootings all this month.
That's the hardest thing though. So like, and then with the commercial, it's so competitive. Like, it's so competitive. So this person might tell you, hey, we got you on hold. That means hold these dates. You're not booked. You're still in competition, but you're high up there. You might be the top 3. So they might hold your dates. But this agency right there, like, you have booked it, but can you give me these dates? But I held these dates already a week in advance. You know what I'm saying? So I can't go with it. You know what I'm saying? Or I might have a gig in Boston right here. Then a day later, they want me to shoot in Miami. You know what I'm saying? But they might not have a traveling budget. You know what I'm saying? But if the price of it is the fee enough, I'll go. But it's hard, and especially being in Richmond, it's hard finding flights at last minute. Like, I was booked for I can't really say, but a big, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a big mogul in the music industry. I was booked for his shoot, like, because one of his talents had, I guess, backed out or whatever, something happened. And then they called me. They already had me. They're like, are you in LA? I was like, nah, they wanted me to be there that day. They're like, come up to Malibu. You got your own script. You ready to go, you know? And that would have been life-changing, but I couldn't get from Richmond I found a flight to LA.
Is that the one you were talking about not too long ago that's why you were considering moving?
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe like we said, everything has a reason. Do you think maybe that was just like an eye opener where you like, okay, I know if I really want to pursue this and get
it's time to grow though. Yeah, I can't play with it. I can't halfway do it. And I love Richmond dearly, but like a lot of people say, like Richmond's gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing about my heart pure, whatever I learned there, I'm gonna keep giving it back to here. Cause like the power of social media, I could be in Dubai and I'm still in Richmond. You know?
Yeah. That's a fact too. No, yeah, and it's like all the people I've had on here that say they I'll go to Atlanta and pursue this. Like what you're telling me earlier is like we're from Richmond. It's like we haven't really seen anybody really make it out that we can look up to and look farther past the city. It's true because especially I'm not exactly born and raised here in Richmond.
Yeah,
but I can see if I was born and raised here and this is all I knew.
Yeah,
I can put myself in a situation and understand.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's like a dark cloud over out here though. You know what I'm saying? Like when people get almost into position, like with on the rap side, like because I grew up with a lot of like rappers, like all the like most of the big rappers in Southside. I know all of them. I grew up with them from kids, so I had seen it. Like people get almost to this level, and then they might get locked up for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can't really get our own way because we stuck in being products of our environment for real. So that's like I said, like I've been in so many situations where I could have tricked up what I was doing, just what I was doing, but by the grace of God, I got to avoid those situations though. So it's like you got to put yourself in the best position to succeed and grow. You know what I'm saying?
And that's something you're looking forward, like maybe like. Considering now we're actually gonna do is like planning to move somewhere else.
Yeah, I've been looking like my hardest thing is that I'm a single father. Like I got full custody of my daughter. Like I don't have no help from her mother. So like, and I've been like that for like 5-6 years now. So it's like that's my biggest thing. I know I'm going to have to leave her here with my grandparent, like my grandma and my mom to like watch her because I'm not gonna put her into a situation where I don't know what's going on, and then just throw her like it's too fast paced wherever I go.
Have her have to deal with it too.
Had it going through the growing pains with me all day when I don't even know what's going on, and then I don't have a strong family. Like you said, the world's kind of like it's a little wicked sometimes. So like with people I don't trust, I'm not with that. Like, I'm really a close family knit person, so I know for me to go there, I know I have to make. It's not a sacrifice. It's like it's just a part of this my story. You know what I'm saying? So. That's the hardest part for me right now, though.
Is she old enough to understand, like, if you were to break it down to her why you're leaving, is she old enough to understand, like, why you're doing it?
Yeah, she'll definitely get it, but like I said, she doesn't have one parent in her life. So it's like, I like to have a lot of emotional intelligence with my daughter. Like, I have big girl, I call it like big girl conversations with her. So she'll get it, but still that doesn't neglect her feelings, though. Like, she's still going to go through, like, what's going on. It make her overthink. And I'm not going to be there every day to comfort her through those situations, though. So it's like, that's kind of like, you know, that's a real heavy on me right now, you know?
You think it's one of those situations where it's one of those times in life where you really can't have everything. You have to really sacrifice this or sacrifice that. Because how I see it is like how you're maybe describing it is like sacrifice my future of really pursuing modeling to the level I want to be at.
Yeah.
Or pursuing the maybe like, not saying the relationship with your daughter, but like
definitely.
Maybe like the situation. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's hard. Like it's hard though. It's like but it's like it's all for the better of us though. You know what I'm saying? Because like I want her to know that she could do it as well when she get older. Like, cause like my big thing is like to break generational cycles though. Like my family, like the men. Like we typically they have a lot of baby mamas, a lot of kids, you know what I'm saying? So like me, I have one kid I seen what that does to like our family for real. So like I'm not heavy on having a lot of kids right now and all that. And then like my next child is gonna be with my girl, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm big on like building a family now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I want her to be even better than me on this stuff. Like don't rush to have kids, you know what I'm saying? Like I had my daughter when I was 20 years old, you know? When I didn't know a lot about life, and I was just figuring it out, and I did it out of, I would say like spite, because I went through a bad situation when I was 18, and I just felt like I needed someone to love and put my love into. So it put me in a bad position of raising a kid as a kid, you know?
What do you think maybe is like the maybe what life taught you the most about having a kid at an early age and being a single father?
Know your partner first. You know what I'm saying? Like what you see in the beginning is not really all. Know their family. Get to know their family first so you see their true colors. Find out the traumas they had in their life. You know what I'm saying? Because some things you can't blame all on. Like some people went through a lot of stuff and they can't really deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And it is a extreme thing, so I can't really knock that because everybody's not as strong mentally for real. So try to learn people's traumas, what they've been through, so you can know what triggers them, what they can't deal with, so you know how to deal with it. Figure out what goals they want in life. Because, like, as you grow, the person I was 9 years ago, I wouldn't even talk to this guy now. It'd be like I'm walking past, so, like, know what people are headed to and what their intentions are. You know what I'm saying? And being a single father is just have understanding, have patience. Like, I used to get real mad and stuff, like, why is this happening? But it's like, it's part of my story, you know? And take those times to talk to your kid, like, and let them know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk to my daughter, like, your mom's not a bad person. She's just going through a lot right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't explain why she's not there. She's just not there right now. You know, it's like, I know she loves you, but she has to deal with her own things right now, just so she don't feel lost and feel like, and as she get older, because I remember when I was a kid, I had conversations with my dad and my mom. As I got older, I understood those. I remember those conversations. I understood them. So you just got to plant them seeds and give them as much as you can.
Grow, right.
And they'll grow into it and understand.
Because you probably didn't understand at the time when they told you.
Yeah.
Coming back later, there's like,
you're like, damn, that's what they were saying though. So that's the only thing we can do is be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause some people try to hide the truth from their kids, but like with like social media, TikTok, all this stuff now, kids are growing and know so much at an accelerated age. They might feel like, this person, why are you lying to me for? I get it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what they truly comprehend because they know how to hide their genius as well though.
You know, a lot of the guests we have here, a couple have been parents, but I have never really asked them a parent question. But there's one question that is just curiosity, right? Does it worry you that, let's just say you send your daughter to school, does it worry you that nowadays maybe your values aren't being instilled in her and it's other people's values, like the teachers or what they teach her? Is that something that worries you?
And that's going to happen, though, because that's what we do when we release our kids to go to schools and go into the world, period. But one thing I heavily preach to her is you have to be yourself. However that may look, be yourself, express yourself. Don't be disrespectful. I don't do disrespectful, show yourself in a distasteful way, but be yourself though. Like, everybody's not gonna like you in class. Like, I'm going through a situation right now. Like, kids are starting to try to like bully my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Because she's special. She's artistic. She's been around me so close to me that she has my traits and my attributes. So she's creative. She know how to hustle. She sells beads and necklaces to her teachers. Yeah. So she already make her own money. She know how to cook. So she sell cakes and. You know what I'm saying? She's a pretty little girl. She has my energy and like she's a bright light in there. So kids are not gonna always like it or understand it. So they might try to pick it. I'm like, they see that you're special, baby. You know what I'm saying? You have to embrace it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I prepare myself. She took boxing classes for 2 years.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if they message you or touch you, you know what to do. I don't promote violence at all, but you're not gonna be that person because, like you said, once they try you once, they gonna keep on going and going and going. And don't never have your head down. Like, if they might pick on you, I tell them, laugh at them, say, ha, you're whack, and just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Don't feed into it because people, you don't know what they're going through at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might be fighting what their parents have put on them, and to kids, like, we don't got time for that. Just stay, of course, with you. And, like, your friends might act funny one day. That's going to be life. You get older, your friends not going to always be your friend. Learn that now. And learn how to be cool with a person that's not so cool. You know what I'm saying? Because that might be your realest friend for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just like that.
No, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one thing you said, like how they misunderstand her. It really is like that because she's not with the crowd.
Yeah.
The crowd is the generic thoughts. I don't want to say it mean. I don't want to be mean or anything, but like sheep, you can say, right?
Yeah. Definitely though. Definitely.
It's a herd. They follow each other.
Definitely though.
Well, you're the one that stands out. You don't really fit the.
It's odd though. It's like you're not fitting into the hierarchy of things. Like you're not trying to be one of us. You don't never want to be one of them, you know? Like, you always be yourself. You might be cool with some of them, but remember who you are, you know, because that's going to take you much further. Because all the teachers and stuff there, they love her. They come up to the car like, Elena's so crazy. Like, she just did this, that, because she's herself. And I always want to express, be yourself. But I do have to check my daughter sometimes because she gets too, and she kind of, like, loses herself in it. She don't really understand the whole thing of, like, the constraints of things. Like, just calm down sometimes. Like, you don't have to express your way like this in every situation. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways to express how you feel in different situations.
You know, it's like this came to my head earlier. It's just a thought, kind of like how you're explaining things and like the decision making between like your career and your daughter.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie The Pursuit of Happiness?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good representation of what it's like being a single father pursuing a career?
Exactly though. Exactly. But by the grace of God, I do have my grandmother that's like her mother for real. So even with, like I said, with emotional intelligence, so like I used to try to be more hands-on, like have my daughter with me, like everything. But I was like, I can't teach a girl how to be a woman. I have to release some of my power to the women in my life because they'll have to show her those type of things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I used to be like, I want my daughter to sleep with me, or like I got her and stuff. But it's like, nah, she needs to be around women to learn how to be a woman. I can't take her and tell her things that I know of a woman because I don't know the insights of what I don't see. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, baby, go with your auntie for a little bit. Go with my mom for a little bit. Go with my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all do y'all thing. And I'm here, though. I'm here. Like, I'm the protector. I'm the provider. That's what I'm here for. I'm for structure and discipline and building. You feel me? That's on them, you know what I'm saying, to groom you to the woman that you need, you know what I'm saying, as a partner you need to be.
Yeah, and it's like, it's good that she has maybe she doesn't have her mother in her life, but it's good that she has other female figures around her.
Definitely, no, it's a blessing, though. It's a blessing.
If not, her female figure would be something on TikTok or something like that.
You feel me? That I don't play none of that. Like, we shut that down ASAP, you know? Yeah. Like, no, we can't have those type of influences, though. Yeah. Like, we have to have some type of structure. Like, no, we're not doing that. You know, that's not how we represent it. And I'm heavy on your last name, it means a lot. You know, like and that's one thing I do. I give praise to my dad and stuff. Like, he's always been solid. Like, people always speak highly. Even if they don't like him, they can't be disrespectful. They still respect him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I grew up seeing how people respect them. That's how I carry myself. Like, people may not like me, but you can't not respect me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, coming back a little bit to the modeling, right?
Yeah.
It's like, so you told me a little bit about how, like, your first booking. Yeah. But it's like, what was, like, your first major booking where you're like, yo, like, okay, this is something, I could take this seriously.
And I think that was my first booking. Was like my favorite joint. Because it was with Cedric the Entertainer. So it was this dude, that's my daughter's favorite actor on TV. Oh, like Road Trip. She loved it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was like, and now Roscoe Jenkins. Like, that's her favorite movie. So and he there, so it's like, I grew up watching Kings of Comedy. I grew up there, so I was like, dang, like, I'm in the game now. Like, I'm shaking hands when I'm talking to him, like, where he knows me now. So it's like, that was like, damn, I'm here, you know? So that was my first major booking.
Would you say it all happened so quick, you could say? Because it was like your first booking?
Yeah. So it kind of put me on the high of chasing, like, what more, I didn't really know what to do after that, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I learned, like, always set up your next move while you're in your move. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait till after it's done to try to figure out what you're going to do next. So whatever I have planned, I got something following right behind it, so I'm not living in the past. So it's like, I was talking to my friend, I'm like, I'm glad that I'm still on the status I am and moving how I'm moving, so I don't have to talk about high school. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you don't want to peak in high school.
I didn't peak in high school. Like, I'm still the same person. Like, I had the same social status, but on a more national level now. You know what I'm saying? So I always set up that next move. Like, on Saturday, I have my my Thanksgiving eating food drive where I'm giving back to the homeless. We giving them food and clothes. I got my toy drive coming right after that. I got a modeling class coming right after that. I have a bigger event, a Met Gala coming right after that. Like, I'm already planning out steps in advance, so I'm never chasing what I could talk about what I used to do while I'm still doing things.
Yeah. Would you say this is something I live by? Would you agree that only the paranoid survive?
Ooh, yeah, it's a thin line between scary and smart. Yeah. It's a thin line. You have to be paranoid because that keep you on edge. Yeah. It keep you aware. It keep you on your toes. Okay. Whenever you get lax, you beat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, like I say now, like, I'm a scary individual now because I be on my edge and stuff. Like, I can't be in the same places I used to be and be comfortable like I was. Like, I have more to lose now, so I'm in and out now. You know what I'm saying?
Would you say now you put yourself in a position, it's good, you put yourself in a position where you can't even get comfortable even if you wanted to?
Yeah, for sure, though.
So that's what you have to do, though.
You have to. It's part of growth, though. And sometimes it's hard because you have to leave some people behind that you really care for and really love. But if people are not willing to grow with you or grow in their own way, then I can't do what I was doing 5 years ago. I can't be the person I was 2 years ago. I can't be the person I was last year. You know what I'm saying? I have to keep on growing. I want to be, after every 6 months, I want to be a whole new person. Yeah. Where I look at a person like, damn, I was doing that. Like, what the hell was I doing? I was playing. That's how I want to be. Every 6 months, you need to have some type of growth where you up to another level.
Yeah. It's almost like, you know how people go on GTA and build the character and really build that character up? Yeah. They'll do that to a character in a video game, but they won't do it to themselves.
And it's so easy. With all the information from YouTube, TikTok, books, it's out there. Like, you could really grow every day, but people are scared to be themselves. Like, you read it. You know what I'm saying? When I first started modeling, people were like, you want to model now? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't. But I was always myself like, this is what I'm doing now, and I'm gonna wear it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come around y'all still be on some. I might wear a shirt with no shirt on. Like, it's something that look like it might seem wild in the environment, but that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be who you are.
Yeah, you know, it's like you were talking about some. You have brought up good points or points of like maybe the hardships of being a model. Like maybe you could say like emotionally or like things you go through mentally. What about physically? Because I know if you're a model, your body is what you sell. What's like some downside?
See, that's the difference though. That's why I said like I'm a commercial model. Like commercial model, you have to be in shape, but you don't have to be like a fashion runway model.
Okay.
So if I was doing fashion, so right now I'm about 198. If I want to do fashion runway model, I would probably have to get down to about the ideal, probably like 170, 160.
That's a big job.
It's a whole nother person. Like that's not even who I want to be. So that's not me. So and some people do get past that, but the ideal look for it is more like the skinny, tall, long. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like different type of features. You know what I'm saying? Like they go for a different type of look for real. So I don't have to deal with those things. I just had to stay in shape for real. You know?
Okay. Because like let's just say, right, has there ever been like a situation like because things happen to your body naturally, right? So what would happen like theoretically if you had a photo shoot today or tomorrow? Yeah. For some reason you wake up, pimple on your face.
Oh, you do makeup.
Okay, makeup.
Yeah, we do makeup. And they do Photoshop. So it's like them things like that you don't have to worry about.
Has there been like a situation where something like that, not exactly
I cut the back of my head shaving. Like my whole head was white meat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I was bleeding at the whole show. That's probably like the worst thing for real. Yeah.
You know, because like it's just so many things that could go wrong. Or like, let's just say for whatever reason, somebody comes up, punches you in the face. Now you got a bruised face for the photo shoot.
Yeah. It's not like, but they do makeup though. Like something like that. But once that I like sprained my ankle before like a shoot for real. So I was like had to fake a limp for real. That's probably like the worst thing for real. So yeah.
You know, it's like, but walk me through. I know because if you're a model, you're like I said, you sell yourself. You got to be good in shape. You got to carry a good like nutrition plan. What is something like maybe you have to leave behind? So like once you pursue being a model or something, you have to completely stop.
I don't eat a lot of sweets.
Okay.
I need to put down like drinking. I don't drink as much as I used to, but drinking is a major thing though, because alcohol goes straight to your stomach.
But you could, drink healthily if you're drinking like vodka and tequila. Those are healthy.
Like Tito's, they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's clean, but it's not good for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not good for you. Yeah.
What's like one thing that you can't do even if you did want to though?
Give up bread.
Give up bread?
Yeah, give up bread.
Wait, so you're saying you can't?
I can't give up bread. I need to give up bread. Like bread goes straight to your stomach and make you like gain weight in your stomach area and bloat. So like that's one thing I need to give up. That would take me over thing, but I love bread so much. So like bread is like pasta as well though.
Okay, yeah.
So it's hard to give up those things. So like that sticks straight to your stomach.
You know, it's like being part when you sign to like an agency, right? Yeah. It's like you sign an agreement. It's like you have to put up. They put up their half. You put up your half of the contract. But it's like it's part of that contract is like you have to. You can't do this. You can't do that.
What you mean by put up your half? What do you mean by
as in like, okay, we agree we'll do this, and you agree you'll do that. You uphold your half of the contract.
Yeah, really much things they do is they get you, they put your name in a database, and companies reach out to them for talent, and they say I want Troi Hughes to audition. You know what I'm saying? That's all I do. And if I get a job, they get 20% of whatever I make. Okay. So it's not really like they just. I don't know. I can't really say. Though. So it's like it's not really much to it for real. But they don't really say. Like I said, some contracts are different though. So like if you're like a supermodel, you might have to be on a contract where you can't ride motorcycles. You can't do that stuff like that. So I'm not in that lane, in that field. So I'm not really sure about that.
Could you see yourself? Let's say when you do get, I don't know if bigger is the right word, but when you get bigger in the industry, move higher up in the industry. Yeah. Would you be uncomfortable signing those types of deals, or is something you know it's just inevitable?
It matters on what comes first for real. So I'm heavy on building myself up for real. So I use like the industry things to boost my social status. Like I'm not, and that's where a lot of models and people in the industry mess up. They depend solely on getting this gig, getting that gig, and that's the only hustle they have. I'm hustling like this, but this right hand is moving the whole time. Like I said, like the nonprofit. I have a clothing line. What else I do? I sell sea moss. You know what I'm saying? Like this hand is always moving. So once this hit and they figure out who I am, it's an easy sell. The add-ons right there, like that's what you call the add-ons right here. Like they bound into the commercial, but now, hey, check out my clothing line, check out my CMOS, check out my nonprofit organization, donate. So it's like this hand is always moving, even no matter how fast this go. Because I might not get a job next week or 2 months from now, but this hand is always going. So when this hand up like that, once I get that big gig, now it jump like that. And now it's like, let me shine some light on what I'm doing over here. You know,
that's a good perspective to have. And it's like I said, I'm not just here asking questions. I'm also learning. You know what I'm
saying?
I learn every chance I get. Like the questions I ask are out of like I actually interested in.
So where you originally from?
I was born in Northern Virginia, Woodbridge.
Okay. Yeah. I like Nova.
Yeah,
that's
Nova.
Dope. When do you come down here?
It's actually headed for, let's just say 5.5, 6 years.
That's pretty dope. So how old are you?
18.
18?
Yeah.
Dang. So you came down here was like 13?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was turning 13. I moved down here the day of my birthday.
So that's a big difference, though. From Nova to here? Is it a big difference, right?
Yeah, a lot of people say they like Nova better, but I like Richmond a lot better.
Because you got more like a southern swag, for real. I think Nova more like a northern type thing. It's kind of like it's close to the D.C. type, right? So I played with a lot of football players for Nova as well in Nova State. So I know it's a little bit. That's when they be saying, like, Richmond's not the DMV thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where I get that because, like, Richmond and Norfolk, we're more like southern in there, but like Nova is kind of like in Fredericksburg and stuff like that. It's kind of like a northern swag, so it's a difference between, It's
like I like Richmond because at least where I live in Chesterfield, right?
Yeah,
I really like Chesterfield because like you have everything. If I go 10 minutes down that way, Amelia countryside. 10 minutes down this way, South Side area, and then 20 minutes down that way, Richmond. It's diverse.
Yeah.
Where I was at in Northern Virginia, Woodbridge, you know where Potomac Mills is?
Yeah, definitely.
I lived, I don't know how well do you know that area?
I never, yeah.
But
they got the football team. There's a good football team out there. Stanbridge?
I'm not sure. I'm not really into football. Yeah. But there's a shopping center right in front of Potomac Mills, 5-minute walk. There's a townhouse complex right behind it. That's where I used to live.
Is it Spotsylvania?
No.
It's not that?
I forget what it's called, but that's where I grew up. It's like, it's just, there's not really much. You can't really create much opportunity, at least there, from what you can see visually.
Yeah.
So growing up there, if you were to grow up there and live there, if you think Richmond is pretty bad, like you can't really see far past up there, it's worse up there.
For real?
Yeah, because there's not much, unless you get to D.C., but D.C. is just so, it's like in New York, it's like so fast-paced. It's like,
I could get it. Is it kind of like country a little bit?
No, it's very, I guess everything up north, how I see it, every area up north, even like not just DC, they try to be like a city, I guess.
Okay, I got you.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
But here it's kind of like its own thing. Like Chesterfield is just very calm. It's not like, they're not trying to be like a DC or even Richmond, it's a city, but it's like it's a smaller chill city. Does that make sense?
Like Virginia for settlers for real. So it's like it's a smooth pace for real. Yeah.
It's like I really like Richmond because it's like one thing I read I think 2 years ago. Richmond is like I don't know if it's number one, but one of the highest rated cities in the whole country for entrepreneurs. People that want to get a business.
Yeah. Minority entrepreneurs for sure.
Even for black-owned businesses, I saw it was like I think it's like
we top 10,
5.
Yeah, I think we come 5 though. Yeah,
I saw it not too long ago. It's like
we hustling here.
I really like Richmond.
Yeah,
it's like one thing. A lot of the artists that have come on, they say is like Richmond is starting to get better, where people are starting to like work and
collaborate together
and try to build ourselves up as Richmond, not just a person. Because like Atlanta, New York, they out there doing their thing, and we know Atlanta for certain reasons. We know New York for certain reasons. Richmond could be known for certain reasons as well.
Now, for real, though, and we have a lot of talent here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to see, like, cause I be watching your stuff too, though, because you had like Chop and Sambo on here, right?
Chop, Rocky, and Sambo.
So that's hard though, and I like what they doing now together. They building together, like that's dope, because they both had hot hands. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all put y'all hot hands together, and that's the thing that our city never really had. Like, if this person have a high hand and this person have a high hand, they going against each other. And that's what we have here. It's like it's too competitive. With like we don't need to do that for real. You know what I'm saying? We already don't have a foot in the door, so might as well work to get through the door together. Because it's so many different lanes. Like this rapper doesn't sound like this rapper. You know what I'm saying? So let's work together though. I'm big on collabing though.
Yeah, because it just opens up so much opportunities. Like. And it also builds opportunities for other people. Yeah. Like, I don't want to spend too much time talking about, like, I hate talking about myself on podcasts.
No, let's go. Let's go for sure.
One thing that happened recently that, like, was really, like, it was, like, a big feeling for us. We had his name is Nestor. He's 18 as well. He's Hispanic. Okay. He's a senior in high school. He came on here. The day before he came on the interview, he was going to perform in his school. Yeah. But one of his teachers went and told the counselor, like, hey, I don't think it's a good idea. So basically just trying to get him not to perform.
Yeah.
For what reason? I don't know. I don't want to say it's a racial thing. I don't want to say it's a personal thing. It's just
it didn't happen.
Yeah. Just didn't want him to do that. So he comes on here. He told me that, and I was like, and I saw a lot. I saw, when you can see somebody, if they have it or not.
Yeah.
Or the good intentions. I saw it in him.
Yeah. I
told him, like, bro, it's like, for all I know, it's like, one door closes,
another one
opens. I was like, how do you know from this interview right here something will happen? It's like I pull it up sometimes, but like in the first 4 minutes of the interview, I told him, like, because I know a DJ that runs a Hispanic club.
Okay.
And he does other venues in Richmond. I told him, like, look, I know so and so. I can connect you with it.
Yeah.
And for all I know, they'll play that song at Troi. That's the name of the club.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, that'd be crazy. 1 week later, I connect them together. They go talk. They go to the club.
Yeah.
He's on stage. His song plays. 1 week later, last Friday, a week ago, last Friday, a big artist in the Hispanic world. His name is Macano. He comes and performs there. He opens up for Macano.
That's hard. You DJ Khaled.
It was cool because it's like, it's almost like pulling strings behind the scenes.
It's organic though.
Yeah,
and that's what we all for though.
Yeah.
We never know. And that's why it's so important about having good energy and not being so upset when things don't happen, because it might be a lane for something else. Because y'all never would have had that conversation. It might not would have crossed your head to put that play together for them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like,
we never know who each other knows to get into different doors though.
It's like I felt so much joy because it's not something that happened to me.
Yeah.
But I lived that joy with him.
That's your power though.
Yeah.
That's one of your power though. Like, that's a tool that some people don't have. You know what I'm saying?
It came back to me because last Wednesday, it was actually the day I wrecked my car.
Yeah.
It was a deer, but it totaled my car.
Yeah.
So it was like, that same DJ, I linked up with him for the first time that I met him. It was at, the park. Richmond.
Yeah.
So they do like it's called a Watch This Night every Wednesday. It's like a club thing. And it's like, obviously I'm not of age, but I'll probably cut this out, but they stuck me in or whatever.
Yeah.
Had a good time, drinks and everything, right?
Yeah.
But the DJ introduced me to a big promoter. His name is I think Juan Pierce.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
with the dreads.
Yeah,
I know you.
So he introduced me to him, and he had also seen my podcast. He just didn't know it was me.
Yeah.
And then so he was like, "Hey, I want you to meet somebody. Trey Songz brothers coming on.
Wallow.
DJ Wallow.
Yeah.
So I met him maybe like 2 hours later when we were in the club. I met him. He introduced me to him. Me and him chopped it up. He's coming on next Tuesday.
That's my boy. He dope. He dope. He definitely dope.
He's coming on like next Tuesday or next Wednesday. It's like it's like I'm all about like, so I'm not too big religious wise.
Yeah.
Not because I don't believe in God or anything.
For sure.
I was just myself. I'm more like a spiritual energy person.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm more about like, it's like one thing. It's like the energy I put out there is what I get back.
Yeah, for sure. Though.
And that's how I saw it. It's like I was able to connect it with so.
Universe. It came back.
To me.
Came back to you though. When you put out good energy, it come back. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta keep that in your heart though. Even when, because I used to go through a situation where I used to like I did that for a lot of people and I didn't always get it back, but it was just building up the pot. So when they did come back, it came back big. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's not gonna give you the same energy you give them. You can't make that change who you are. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay the same. It just when your time comes, it's just gonna be a bigger and a whole different like level for real. So just remember that, Cause you young, like you 18, you ahead of the game. By next year you gonna be out of here. You know what I'm saying? Well, so like I said, it's consistency and like what you doing. This not around here like this. This this is a real studio. Ain't nothing like a real studio. This is a real studio. And like to do that and have your boy right there rocking with you, like this all you need.
Oh yeah, no, that's my brother right there.
That's your brother.
No, not blood brother, but you know what I'm saying? We just.
But that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't need nothing. Yeah. Like, and that's what you gotta remember. Like sometimes people try to add to the team too soon and that'll mess up everything. Because people try to put their vision on y'all. Y'all built this up. So y'all can't nobody come in here and tell y'all what y'all need to change to it until y'all feel like and y'all agree. You know what I'm saying? Don't let an outsider infiltrate what y'all built though. Cause that's one of the biggest like divide and conquer what people would do. You know what I'm saying? Keep building up what y'all doing. And as y'all slowly, gradually upgrade, it just keep getting better and better. You know what I'm saying? But don't rush the process. Like, this is sweet. You know what I'm saying? You can rock on this for a while because it's dope. I would say, like I said, get y'all logo in here with y'all stuff right there.
We're working on that.
That's it.
We have I don't know if you know a painter. His name is Irv.
Terrence Irvin.
Yeah.
We went to school together.
Okay,
yeah. So he won a state championship in high school with my little brother.
Yeah.
And we went to college together.
Hold on. So, So you went to school together? You had Henrico High School, right?
No, he went to He graduated from Bird High School.
Oh, okay.
And so he left Henrico and went to Bird High School.
Okay. So you went to Bird, right?
No, my brother went to Bird though.
Okay. So
I went to Meadowbrook.
Okay. So I was gonna ask you if you knew somebody, but I guess not.
What's his name?
His name is Charles, but he's a coworker of mine. He went to Henrico High School.
How old is he?
He is your age.
Charles what?
Charles Marlowe.
I might know him. Though. I gotta see him.
Okay.
Though. I know a lot of people though.
Yeah.
I know a lot.
Do you know Chef Troi?
Yeah, I know Chef Troi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was also on here, but like so his name is Terrence
Irvin.
I call him Irv.
Yeah, Irv. Yeah, T. Irv.
So he was on here. He did my hat.
With the eyes though. Yeah. So he made a painting for me as well though. Yeah.
I think he told me he's working on something to like our logo tab back here.
That's dope. That's dope.
When so we'll see when that happens.
That's dope though. Yeah, he hard though. He hard though.
It's like that's his painting right there too.
So we actually got put out the football team at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like my last year was his last year.
You said y'all won a championship?
No, he won a state championship with my little brother.
Okay.
In high school. So yeah.
So you have a little brother too?
Yeah, he's 2 years younger than me.
2 years younger than you.
Yeah.
So how many siblings do you have?
I have 6 total. I'm the oldest.
6 total?
Yeah, we aged from I'm 29 to 7.
7.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's it like having that big of a family? You can say or siblings around you.
A lot of responsibility. Like I have a crazy complex. Like I'm big into astrology. So I'm an Aries. So we're dominant. We're leaders and stuff. But I'm an only child. I'm an only child on my mom's side. So I mean I'm a little selfish and all that. And I'm an older brother. I'm the oldest brother I'm the oldest sibling on my father's side. Okay. So it's like I've always been into a dominant position where I'm by myself or I have to defend for others though. Yeah. So like that's like my complex for real.
You know, it's like having so many. You technically have. So he's had 6 siblings, right? Yeah. Is it hard? Would you say it's hard, or you don't have maybe like an actual personal connection with each one of them? Maybe you have a better connection with.
And I have personal connection with all of them.
Yeah.
I take in like I said, I'm very big on emotional intelligence.
Okay.
So I take my time to talk to each one individually and have our own understandings with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like you gotta do that though, cause like I'm their role model for real at the end of the day. So it's like. And, like, after my dad, I'm the next in line. So it's like I had to show that example, so I wanted to be close. So I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. So, like I said, my youngest siblings, they're about the same age range as my daughter. Okay. So I keep them real close. For real. So it's like it all falls in. Like, so I love that I do have brothers that young. So, like, I'm like, go play with your aunties. You know what I'm saying? They like, and she has those like they almost like sisters for real because they so close in age. So it's a big help having with, like I said, her mom not being there.
That's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
That's gonna be her best
friends though. Yeah, like they talk on the phone. Where you at? You coming though? So it's like it's a good feeling. And like we at grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I love that tight knit that we all have.
You know, it's like I want to finish with a couple other topics on the modeling side, and I do want to ask you about other things too.
That's good.
But it's like. Let's just say, like, because your process was a little bit different, or maybe it was a blessing. For other models that really pursue it, and let's just say it takes them longer than maybe what it took other models. Yeah. What advice would you give them to, like, maybe monetize their modeling? Would you consider modeling is a type of art? Is that?
Yeah, it's definitely art.
Okay,
definitely art. Definitely.
So what advice would you give them to monetize their art?
To make money off it?
Yeah, to make a living off of it. Or not exactly a living, but being able to really pursue it comfortably.
Find your niche. Find what type of modeling you want to do and stick to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was jumping from commercial trying to do fashion. I didn't really find my lane. Like I know commercial my lane. I don't even want to do fashion modeling no more. So first find out what you want to do first. And then get involved with other individuals who do that as well and build. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the power of social media, you can make a living off of this. You know what I'm saying? Like find something and create your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't always have to be at the top of the podium. You can make a good living being right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just find a way to get with a tribe of people that's doing the same thing as you and just build like that. And then just find a way to sell it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe start classes, do events. You know what I'm saying? Start fashion shows here. Like, there's a lot of different ways to make it. Photography. Like, get into different lanes with that aspect in that realm and just build on it. There's no exact one-way blueprint to do it. It's just find your lane, you know what I'm saying, and just keep going with it.
You know, it's like with you, it's like you don't just get paid for like your bookings, but you also have sponsorships. Like I think I saw you're an ambassador for like an alkaline water, right?
Yeah, Indulge Water. I would I had sold out today though, so I would have brought something in here.
Oh, okay,
yeah, Indulge Water though. So and that's crazy because I started off as an ambassador, but now I'm a distributor as well. Like I said, I always see like the opportunity in something. So I'm like, I don't want to just pitch this and get 10% off that when I'm a hustler and I can sell it to people and get my own dollar on it. You know what I'm saying? And especially with the the how much it costs is like it's a good price range for me to win as well though. So I sought the whole play opportunity. Like I could be a brand ambassador and a distributor. I could sell to as well. Yeah. So I'm a hustler because I just need a product in my hand and I can pitch it to anybody to sell. Like I said, with add-ons in the beginning, I know I sell anything to anybody. So now I'm reaching out to my friends who have restaurants, health and fitness, gym people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just easy sales.
Yeah, it's like, you know who actually. Oh, do you know who Grant Cardone is?
Oh yeah. Okay. Mr. 10X.
Yeah. Okay. Do you also? I'm sure you know the movie. Everyone knows it, but the Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh yeah, that's I call myself the Wolf of Wall Street.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. So I actually got the tattoo on my side.
Oh really?
The Wolf of Wall Street.
That's fire.
Yeah.
What's it called? But it's like, you know how they say some of this pen, some of this bottle of water.
Yeah.
How would you like give me the demonstration? How would you sell me this bottle of water?
Okay. So we're gonna say this in indulged water right here.
Okay.
You know
indulged water.
So first, you don't even pitch it at first. So, like, people going to watch me anyway. So, like, anyway, I'm drinking it every day. And people might be intrigued, like, what type of water is that? You know what I'm saying? This is indulged water. Hey, I actually sell this. You know what I'm saying? And there's a few facts of it because people don't really know. Like, it's alkaline. It has no purification because most people don't know about water. So, my pitch is giving them information about water. So, like this, I drank a little bit because my mouth was dry, but it's purified water. Purified water is dead water. Because how do you clean water with stuff and have the same elements in it in life? So people don't even think about it. It goes through an osmosis effect where it takes out the good elements of water. So water gets its charges from going through streams and going through rocks and collecting through the elements. So that's how it gets its life. But this is dead water right here. So even if you drink enough, you don't get hydrated. You actually get thirstier where you want to drink more of them. So with my water, indulged water, you don't have that. It's refueling you. It's life water. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I pitch it to them. Like, hey, try this. First, I'll be like, because like a hustler, you give out testers. Try this out and tell me what you know about it. Holler at me tomorrow in the gym. So if I'm in the gym and I see you working out, I'm like, hey, try this water out. You know what I'm saying? And then holler at me. I love that water, man. That water, you got some more. Hey, I got cases. $20 for 24. That's 83 cents a case. It's cheaper than the water you buy from the store, and it's saving your life. So right there.
It's like, so where would you put yourself in a situation where you can pitch it to them? Would it be like a pop-up, or you just sell out of?
See, personally? I don't like really doing salesy things for real. Okay, I like to be natural because it's really a part of my lifestyle. So like I said, I usually carry a bottle of water with me around all the time. So it's like, I'm not pitching it. I don't want to pitch nothing to you because after a while, it's going to seem like I'm only around to pitch things to you. This is really my lifestyle. I drink this on the natural. So me just being myself is going to sell it to you because you're like, wow, he stays in shape. He's 29. He looks the same as he was in high school. Mm-hmm. What is he doing? What is his regimen? What does he eat? What does he drink? And it sells itself naturally. Because you don't want to get into the thing like, when I come around, oh, he's trying to sell something to me. That's like, no, like, I want to sell it to you, but I want you to know that I'm a customer as well of it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna just say something that I'm not drinking. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't live by. And that's the easiest way to sell things is by being yourself and it fits into your life. Yeah.
That's true because I guess nowadays it's like, let's say you were like maybe a very, very big celebrity. Somebody just offers you, hey, get $5 million, just tell them you drink this and you don't really drink it.
See, and that's tough though because sometimes I do get hit with pitches like that. So it's kind of like, it's tough for real.
But at the same time, it's like, that's your living. You can't just
that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's kind of like what Jay-Z said. I dumbed down my lyrics to triple my dollars. But it's like, you still got to give them the information on the back end. So like, I had got like a pitch. I had an audition for Coca-Cola. I hate Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Yeah. Like what they do to the body though. But it's like, I can leverage this the right way. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not selling the Pepsi to them. They just use my face for it. You know what I'm saying? But I can make the money from this and pitch this on the back end. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it'd be a tough situation for me sometimes with things like that.
It's like, what other sponsorships have you been offered throughout like your modeling career? Like maybe, hey, post for this, do this, or tell them you support that.
It's a lot actually. I did one for 6 Star. It's the protein I use, whey powder.
Okay.
European Wax Center. A couple clothing brands. I have pretty much a lot. I can't really think off the top of my head. Okay. Though. Yeah.
But it's many.
Yeah, many. Yeah, definitely many.
What advice would you give to somebody that wants to? Well, I guess sponsorships come to you, but what advice would you give to somebody that wants
pull out quality and consistency?
Okay.
Quality videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, use like take pride in giving out quality because that's what they want to see. That's the easy pitch. Like once you show that you consistently show quality, like your podcast, it's going to sell itself. people want to buy into it. Give somebody something they want to buy into. So where you don't have to pitch yourself, they already coming to you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one thing you talked about earlier, and I did see it. You were a media host for RBA Fashion Week, right?
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about that, because when RBA Fashion Week happened, my podcast wasn't. It's not big right now either, but it wasn't. Yeah. It didn't.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
At the time, it was.
It's big. We're gonna say that. We're not gonna talk that. It is big. It is big.
At the time, it wasn't like even visible.
Yeah.
So I tried DMing like some of the models, like, hey, come on, talk about RBA Fashion Week. So that never happened, right?
Yeah.
But how was that experience for you?
It's a complex experience. It was a great experience. I will say that. And shout out to Erica with Most of the Sugar. She's my PR. She put that play together for me because she worked with a few of the people in Fashion Week. So she like pitched me in, and it kind of sold based off my name and my reputation in Richmond. It was an easy sale. But it opened my eyes to a lot of things, though, because Richmond, we have a divide between Richmond City and RVA. It's two different lifestyles for real. So Richmond Fashion Week is more like RVA type style. It doesn't really show the inner city of like what people grow up with. So it's like a split. So like most people who in the fashion scene with like urban clothing brands, they don't even know about Fashion Week. When we should have a space in there. Because if you go to the major cities, Fashion Week is split between editorial and urban scenery. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's urban fashion as well with clothing brands. So you have to have that combined to bring different people. So it brings like the hip hop, the rappers. You know what I'm saying? So like Sambo should have been in RVA Fashion Week as a guest. You know what I'm saying? Chop should have been a guest there. Rio, if he was unlocked, you know what I'm saying? Like Kai and all of them, they should have been main guests at Fashion Week because that would have brought those fans as well and bring the collide. I think it's been boxed off for so long. So I think they taking a good first leg by trying to bring me in because I know all these people. Even if I don't know them directly, I have a good rapport with most of them where I can reach out to them and be like, hey, like I reached out to FYBB and he gave me some free clothes and we ranked our top urban clothing brands 1 to 10.
I saw that.
So it's like that was my way of showing RVA are us. You know what I'm saying? Because like I have my own brand as well, and I feel like we don't get the proper recognition in Fashion Week. Like they should have a fashion show where it's just all of them as well, because we dope. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to keep building and bridge the gap between us two.
You know, talk to me a little bit about your clothing brand, Pursue Eden, right?
Yeah, Pursue Eden.
So what? This might be me just not being informed, but what does Eden mean?
All right, so Eden represents the Garden of Eden.
Okay, the garden.
Yeah. So the Garden of Eden is in the Bible, in the Quran, in the Torah. It's in all like the biblical books. So it represents perfection, paradise. It represents like it's timeless. It's pure, you know. So when I say pursue Eden, that means like we're chasing that, because like we said, it's like it's wicked now. You know what I'm saying? It's so much chaos and all this going on. I want us to get back to being ourselves, like being the best version of ourselves, being the best us. So that's where it came from. Like it's pursuing Eden, being the best version of ourselves.
And you started that in 2019, correct?
Around 2018, 2019.
Okay, it's like, what was like your inspiration for it? Like why did you want to start a clothing brand?
My transition life. So I had a clothing brand before that called Murder Apparel. It was more of a street brand. So it had like trappers and scammers, shooters, like more kids like drug dealing and scamming and stuff like that. But like I said, as I transitioned in life, I'm like, I can't keep on selling this, and I'm not even on this no more. You know what I'm saying? Like my life changed. Like I don't want to. Like I said, that situation happened where both sides used to wear my clothes like crazy, and I'm like, we glorifying this now. Like I don't want to glorify this no more. I'm not living like this. Like I don't. That's not cool for me. Like to be just selling this. I'm selling death basically, because like it's the death of the mind and death of the body for real. So like it's time for me to transition, and that's what I was getting. Like I'm a spiritual person as well, but I'm starting to like transfer. I'm thinking about converting to something soon though, because I need more structure and discipline to abide by. So I was getting more to learning, reading more books and stuff like that. So I'm like, I need something that represents a reflection of where I'm trying to head to. Like I'm not perfect yet, but I'm trying to reach perfection. I'm trying to be the best version of me. So Pursue Eden.
Pursue Eden, okay.
Yeah. And I built my nonprofit organization based off of that.
So is that attached to the clothing brand?
Yeah. So it's called Pursue Eden Youth Foundation. Okay. So I want to teach kids skills and trades. Like me, I do the 9 to 5 to fund what I'm doing, but I'm a person that like to hustle and use my hands and use myself as like you're a hustler right now. So like we'll be teaching kids how to start a podcast, how to model, how to do HVAC, how to do change type, how to cut grass. It's like it's about those skills that you could transfer in life where you could do things on your own.
Yeah, I work at a trade right now. I do electrical, but
that's hard though. You know what I'm saying? But that's cool where you could go on your own and do things.
Yeah,
and you could use that in here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you use those trails and you just teach kids those lessons. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Coach Rock, like a rock.
Yeah. Definitely.
He's also pursuing like almost that same motive.
Yeah.
Is that something like maybe you
like a rock? Like I look up to like a rock. You know what I'm saying? Like he a little bit older than me, but like since like a kid, I've been looking up to him. Like he was great in football, great from little league up to you know what I'm saying, high school. He went to college and all that, but it's like he's the what would I say? He's like he's like the prime example of overcoming everything. Cause like my story a little crazy. His story might be 3 times crazier than mine though. Cause like and he pushed through. Like he built with his wife. He give back to the community frequently, daily. I'm trying to get more into that aspect of more. It's an everyday thing for real. Cause like I do a lot of things, but my true passion is helping people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's the blueprint for that of our age group, like helping every day for real. Cause he pure, he's showing a new way. And I know what he used to do. So it's like to see him now is like it's a whole different. It's an animal for real.
And it's good that in the space that y'all are in, it's not like a competitive thing. There's no way to be competitive.
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all on the same mission.
Like him and my dad are like this.
Yeah.
Like him and my dad like this though. So like my dad, he come on and talk about him and stuff like. They like this for real. Yeah. So it's like it ain't no competition at all though.
And it's like for all I know, it's like since y'all are pushing the same message, the same motive, it's like, hey, let's work together, let's do a big event for the community, let's try to raise this maybe money or get this amount of donations. So it's something that makes it more powerful.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And that's when I gotta step my game up for real to get on his level with things. You know, because I don't like to half you know what I'm saying, half stuff things. So I wanna get my stuff up to that level where we can do that for real. Cause like I said, we got like the same circles and everything. Like a lot of his friends are my close friends. So it's like it's an easy play though. So it ain't nothing though. You know what I'm saying? I just have to step up what I'm doing more and get to that level with it.
Would you say Richmond is like a small, like all of Richmond is almost like a small dysfunctional
family?
And
we in the same section though. Like we from Southside, we both from Uptown. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and my uncle like grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like he grew up underneath my uncle. So like I know like a rock since I was maybe 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not close, but, like, I know of him since I was 8. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, it's an easy play.
You know, when I came on, it was good talk. He was a cool dude.
Yeah, he cool. He on the way. Yeah,
like,
for sure, though.
He has a lot to, like, insight to share.
For sure, though. Like I said, his story is crazy, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember growing up and, like, the stuff, like, to see his growth now is an example for everybody. Not even just in Southside, for the whole city to see, like, this is what you could do, though. You know what I'm saying? And he not giving no BS. He giving the real. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we need. We need more figures like us to show the truth of it. You know what I'm saying? Because people pitch the BS, but they don't give the back end, like, how I feel to lose friends. Like, we lost a hell of friends. So it's like people don't pitch that side, and that's what comes with that side of the life. Like, you're going to lose a lot.
Yeah. It's like you said, like, how they pitch the BS. That BS is like, you know, you said earlier, with your clothes, you're selling it to like both sides. Yeah. You said you're selling death. It's almost like maybe it could have been you were referring physical death, but it's also I think you said death of the mind. Yeah. You're constraining them. Yeah. So you're keeping them entrapped.
Yeah. So they like this only thing we could do. Like we not seeing outside of that. I'm like, man, I know I'm big in this. This before I got into modeling anything. I was still like, you know what I'm saying, selling stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I know I'm bigger than this, though. I know my purpose is more than this. I know I'm more. I know we all have something in us. And then, like I seen a lot of my close, like friends that was like underneath me start going to jail. Like I got one he like my little brother. He doing 48 years. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Brody, but that's like that was my little man. Like I even set up a blueprint for him and Rio. Is another rapper that died named Rio Rex. Like I wish I could pull up my old messages. Like I set a blueprint. Like man, for real. Like we gotta get things together. Like I don't want y'all doing this. Like we got beefing don't make money. That's what I'm telling them. Like beefing don't. And I wish I would never pitch so much of money to them and more of life to them. You know what I'm saying? Like beefing don't make money. Like y'all focus up. They had both beat like 2 cases. I was like, y'all need to name an album, Trial and Tribulations. Like, leave the streets alone. Like, y'all got it in rapping. Like, let's go. And Brody was taking those steps where he was linking up with, like, Young Money Yon and in Norfolk and made a song with them. So we're doing. But, like, Richmond is not a fake city. Like, if you beefing, like, it's real beef here. And he ended up getting caught up in something. And he got to do 48 years. You know what I'm saying? He had, like, a little verse he made. He's like, I lost my life at 19. Like, that joint crushed me to hear that because I'm like, man, bro, you stay at my house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When he was maybe 16, well, I didn't even know he was in high school still. Yeah. But it was like, he looking up to different people. And it ain't all me he was looking up to, but all our older influences, like, we didn't pitch nothing else to him. Like, you're talented. Like, he was locked up with Kodak. Like, he the one who put me on Kodak Black. Like, he was locked up with Kodak here. Damn. So he put me on him. Like, Kodak used to write him before he first blew up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so his story could have been crazy, but it just, and he might could get appealed, though, so he might come on sooner, but it just, things like that, like, he had it. You know what I'm saying? And it's that close to where a bad situation put him in. So it takes. Like, it's just messed up. And that happened to, he's not the only person like that. Like the guy said, Rio, he was a great rapper as well, but he got caught up into the BS, and then he ended up getting killed. You know?
It's good that people like you and like Coach Rock is like, y'all are trying to maybe spread that message at the source.
Yeah,
kids.
Yeah.
Because they're at the point where it's like, it prevents them from heading towards that route. Because you could try to instill those messages to somebody that's going through it. Yeah. And it might work.
They don't want to hear it, though. It's too much pain to hear it then, though. So it's kind of hard. But it's like, you have to show those people through example. You can't talk it to them. I have to live there. I have to walk there. Yeah. I can't show me going backwards. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, he's lying. He's a hypocrite. So we had to teach that age group through living our life and doing what we supposed to do. You know, and the other people we could talk to because we seem cool to them. You know what I'm saying? And people our age, they just see it through us. They're like, damn, I used to be with Rock every day. I used to be with Troi every day. We used to do this and do that. But now he changed. I know I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a friend, Ratchet. You know what I'm saying? I call him Marcus now because he just got out of jail for doing 5 years. But over our course of friendship, he probably did around 8 to 9 years. You know what I'm saying? He been home a year. He got his CDL. He bought his first box truck. Not his dump truck, bigger than a box truck. He bought a dump truck last week. You know what I'm saying? He got a serial commercial deal in New York with different stores there. So like,
I think I saw you post him. Was he the one that was selling cereal boxes?
Cereal box. So he hustling them, but like you feel me? But he just did 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So to see him doing that, it's like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, and I ain't saying that it came from all me, but it's like, I know that we showing him a different way, like we could do different things though. Like our talks when he was in jail, he lived by him. Like he studied. He wasn't locked up and put his mind to sleep. And it came a product of that environment. He did what he did to get through, but his mind was always in the world. And we'll have these deep conversations for 3 hours while he was locked up, like different things and how to look at different things. He came out, started his own clothing line, and that's just an example. And he's a more prominent figure in our area, for real, than me. You know what I'm saying? As far as like streetwise. So people look at him in a whole different aspect than me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he'll have even more effect as they see him keep overcoming and keep going. And that's how we just bridging gaps, for real. We just linking, like, I'm a piece, he a piece, and then keep on going.
Y'all are the new leaders that people will follow. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to follow
Instead
of,
I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not trying to downplay rappers or anything, but it's like maybe sometimes the things they sell are not the best.
And thing about me, and like I said, I grew up around a lot of rappers in the city, and I have a couple of friends that almost made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I spent a lot of time my early 20s in Atlanta around major rappers. So I know the game. I know the facade they show. I know I had more money than a couple of rappers that I was around because I seen the stuff they were doing and stuff they were saying when it was time to pay up. I'm like, they don't really have money like that. So I'm like, I already knew, like, that's a facade. So that's nothing I want to do. And so I'm like, I can't buy into that image now. I can't listen to this rapper now because I just seen him in the club with me and I just seen I had more money than him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was the easy way to show, like, that's a fake anyway. You know?
You know, it's like, do you think maybe sometimes people, I think you said this earlier when you were talking about how, you know, how your daughter, she was misunderstood by her classmates. Yeah. But do you think people follow the herd because it's easier than, like you said, I mean, it's hard to be yourself, but it's like they just don't want to face.
They don't like resistance. They don't like resistance though. Like, some people can't go through that, but that part of what makes you. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't want to get bullied. People don't want to get laughed at. People don't want to seem different. They'd rather fall in line and just ease through. But them laughs, they build your character, build who you are. Like, me getting bullied as a kid, like, I used to get bullied. Not bullied. I used to get picked on as a kid. I ain't never get, like, touched and stuff, but, like, me being dark-skinned, that was not cool when I was a little kid. Okay. So it made me have to be comfortable in my own skin. So when I got to high school, I was cool now. But I went, like, jokes don't bother me no more. I could laugh like, oh, you whack. But now I can throw jokes back at you. And you can't handle that saying that because you're not used to being joked on. So it's like it just builds tough skin for real.
Yeah, and I mean that's what you need in life. You can't walk around life with one person being able to ruin your whole day, your whole mood.
Yeah,
you're not gonna make it.
And I appreciate my parents for that. Like they installed that in me, and my grandparents. They poured so much into me and my confidence. Like outside world can't break me. I always feel like I'm the guy. Like my grandfather called me the golden child since I was 3 years old. So it's like that. Like I always felt special in my own right, even if the world ain't see it yet. And older people, I always feel like when I was younger, older people like, you have beautiful eyes, you have beautiful skin. But I couldn't see it because I'm going to my 4th grade class and they laughing at me because I'm dark skinned.
Yeah.
But the older people seen it, so it was like I knew it was something. And just I had to keep on walking my walk until now I'm me. Now you can't tell me no difference.
Yeah, you know, it's like, so with the nonprofit, that's like the message you're pushing. Just maybe everything you learn, trying to instill them in other kids.
Yeah. So like the nonprofit is to basically fund the life that I'm trying to like preach to the kids though, and it's not just about the kids; it's about the homeless as well, and like people that's on drug addiction as well though. So I want to get back to just build up my community, because we can't just focus on the kids and leave the people that's homeless out the back too though. Like all this plays a major part. I can't just focus on South Side and not show love to North Side or East End or West End. Like we got to bring all this together because it's all a part of the city. You know what I'm saying? So we got to bridge the gaps between all of us. So I want to feed the homeless. I want to teach the kids skills and development. I had stopped the violence game in 2019. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But my partner got killed a week before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'd seen it all with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I understand the city to a whole different element of things. Where like politicians don't even get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm a product of this. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. So I kind of know like more of the solution things for it though, because I know what I was thinking doing that mindset. I know how my friends were thinking doing that mindset. So I know how to like, all right, this is what we need to do.
That's what they need.
This is what we need. You know what I'm saying?
They don't want somebody that. Because one thing, like you said, it's one thing to live in, one thing to be like just telling people, okay, I think it's like this, I think it's like that, make moves according to that. But it's like you got to be able to impact them in a way that you know will work. It's like, what's one thing that I know I'm not really too involved, I guess, with like local politics in Richmond. Yeah. It was like, what's something that maybe could be done better to maybe avoid not having so many homeless people on the streets, or maybe certain situations that could help like the community?
It's our drug problem. Our drug problem is real heavy now. And it got a lot worse, though, especially with, like, the fentanyl thing. Yeah. A lot of people down. I lost a lot of friends with fentanyl. That's, like, my age group. You know what I'm saying? So that's a major part right now because, like, they losing themselves. People are really losing themselves. We need hope. You know what I'm saying? We need more aspect. Like, I'm very upset that the casino wasn't built here. Because, like, that's a major part. Like, it would have brought opportunity. Yeah. And people just see the casino. I'm thinking about the tourism that's coming with it. The Redskins was thinking about coming down here. It was a production studio for like acting and stuff. So like modeling, all that. So opportunity, extra. And it's all about planting seeds. Like that would have been a big seed that was planted, but so much more would have came with it. Like I said, we in a city where we don't really see much. You know what I'm saying? Like and I'm a person that I'm going further and I didn't see much. So I could picture somebody who doesn't have all the tools and assets that I have, they probably don't see past their neighborhood for real. Yeah. So it's like we just need more opportunity and bigger opportunity. We have to get out of the old Richmond Commonwealth narrative. Like the old people in politics, they got to get out of here because it's not the city that we want anymore. Like we got people like me, like a rock, all that. We got Cleveland Farrell, he's a big footballer. Greg Dortch. We got a couple of models, Erica, I forgot her last name, but we have so many people of my age group and millennials that's growing in a positive way. Yeah. The city got to go with that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're showing that we can make it out of Richmond. And if you make it in Richmond, you can make it anywhere. I could go to L.A., I could go to New York, I could go to Baltimore, I could go to Miami and be me by myself because I'd have made it here. You know what I'm saying? I understand the landscapes where I'm at. It might be a little different lingos and a little different look, but it's still the same grit, you know?
No, that definitely makes sense. Yeah. It's like, something I just read that I did have here that I forgot to ask about earlier. Okay. One thing I did see is, like, you were in a music video with NBA Youngboy and Queen Naja, right?
Yeah.
How was that like?
That was crazy. NBA Youngboy actually wasn't there because he's on house arrest and wherever he's at, he wasn't there. But I was there with Queen Naja. Okay. That was like it was a tough situation with that one for real because I rubbed somebody the wrong way. Okay. And so they blocked me out the video for real. So I was there. I just didn't make the cut for it because I just did something that I didn't know I was oblivious to. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a learning pain with it though, for real. I had posted an announcement that I had got the job too soon. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't like that because some things are confidential. Yeah. And I didn't know that this is me just getting into the game. So I posted too early, and that's one thing, like, sometimes you got to wait till the blessings already complete to post the announcement. Sometimes you got to hold and a cut until then. I was just so happy, and I was like, I think this is the way things go. So I posted that, and it just rubbed people the wrong way, so I ended up getting cut out the video.
Do you think maybe, is that something you do now? You won't really talk too much about a situation?
Until I get it. You know what I'm saying? Until I complete it. Not even I get it, because I got the job. I was there. I was on the boat. Everything just... I didn't shoot it yet. Like, I want to do it till the video come out because I had to give them their respect. It's part of respect. Like, they set up this. They paid their budget. They have their confidentiality. She wanted to expose what she had coming on her own time. And I didn't understand that part of the game.
You think maybe they saw it as, like, you telling people and people around you knowing it's, like, a way. I'm not saying you would, but it's a way. It brings more chances of it being infiltrated in a way.
No, not that. It's just, it brings out the excitement. A thrill of they releasing it, because it might was a special release. It might could have been something like that where they didn't. It was confidential. Where they didn't want the world to know. Till they dropped it on their time, and I exposed that, and I didn't know that was. I didn't know, you know.
Okay, I see now.
But ignorance of the law is no excuse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's cool though. It was just a learning thing though. So I know how to play it now with things.
You know, this too. I saw this too. I don't know if it's real or not. I saw the comment. You said it was real, but were you on a TV show suing your ex?
Oh yeah.
How was that? I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about it or not.
But no, it's cool though. We cool now. We cool now. Okay. But yeah, though. So, a couple of years before we went on the show, like I had broke up with her a couple days. You know what I'm saying? And then she ended up riding past my house and seeing me with a girl outside, and she didn't say nothing, but I seen the car. I'm like, that's her. Yeah. But she didn't say nothing. She just drove down the street and just parked the car there, and just I'm like, oh my God. So then she came back that night and keyed my car. So with my social status, the TikTok status going up, the court show reached out to me like, do you have anybody that owes you money or anything? And so I'm like, yeah, she's the only one that owes me money, like, because I paid like $4,000 for that, you know? Yeah. So I like, yeah, my ex, and then she just agreed to it, and then we went on the show, and I had to plead my case, because if I would have lost, I would never got paid. Like, that's like a real thing.
So it's a real court case, but with cameras?
It's a real court case with cameras. Shit. So you really got to plead your case and prove that you're innocent or you're guilty. Because, like, a lot of people went on the show, like, it's from all over. Like, there's people from New Orleans there. He didn't plead a good case. He didn't get nothing. He lost his case. You got to go home.
And you can't just go. So this is like a TV thing, too?
Yeah.
You can't go in there with lawyers, or?
No. So it's like, it's a civil case. So civil cases, you don't really have lawyers.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like a trial. It's not like a criminal case.
You know, I'm sure I didn't go and watch like a video on YouTube or look it up, but like, I'm sure it's like a serious moment. But was it funny to you at the time? Because like, I'm on TV and I'm getting paid.
Because the judge's pretty funny though, for real. So it was like, and this guy, I kind of had to admit my faults because I was wrong for what I did. So it was like, it was a little catch-22, but it was definitely a great experience though. Yeah, definitely. I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire too. I don't know when the episode was gonna be released though.
Oh, how long was that?
I filmed it last year. Okay. But like with release days, they'd be like a year away. So I'm going to be on there as well, though. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I'm not sure that show. I'm sure I've heard of it, but I'm not sure.
Oh, so it's about 8 guests, and then they ask you questions. So I answer a question. It's like a 1 minute, 30-second clock. So they ask you a question. You got like 20 seconds to answer, and it just adds to the bank. So my question might be 5,000. Next question 10,000. Next question 30,000. Next question 50,000. But if you get it wrong, you back to zero.
You know, I could cut this out, but like, how did that go? Did it go?
Oh, I know money though, but I did pretty good based off how I was performing. I performed horrible, but I have a good picture game.
Yeah, okay.
Because you got to plead, because each guest, the guests vote each other off. Okay. So, like, all 8 got to pick a name who they want off. So I always made it to the elimination part, but I know, I pitched the game, like, just give me one more chance. I know I do this, blah, blah, blah. Whatever I said, it got me to.
It's like, you know, it's like another thing, too. So this is something I start asking people now. What are some things that are on your bucket list?
I want to skydive. I'm very scared of that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I want skylining in Puerto Rico, which is the second highest in the world.
Oh, yeah?
I was scared as hell. So I definitely want to skydive out of plane. I do swimming already. I don't really have much on my bucket list for real. I just want to be successful in life and wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Take care of my family. I just want to have a happy family and wealth. That's it. I want my kid to be happy, my kids to be happy, my wife to be happy, my mom, my grandma, my dad. That's really my bucket list, is make sure everybody's happy. Not just have the money. I want them to be happy with the money, you know? Like, enjoy it, what life has to bring, and want to keep giving back to my community. That's it. That's my bucket list. Like, that's my goal in life. You know what I'm saying?
You know, let's just say 5 years from now, 5 years from today, where do you see yourself? In life, in your career, family?
A few movies, and like major Hollywood movies. My nonprofit organization being the biggest in Virginia. Giving back. Have a home in LA and Virginia. I want to be back coastal. My daughter, she's in high school, so 5 years from now she'll be about 15.
Yeah.
Her going to any high school she want, you know what I'm saying, getting ready for college that early. If she want to go to college, or her having a successful business already, like me feeding to her, I see that player. It means being happy. I want to be married. I want to have kids. I want to have a nice house, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, have my family. I want my grandma living with me where she could be happy and have to pay nothing, because she is a very expensive lady. Oh, yeah, for real, though. She likes to gamble as well. So I just want my family to be happy. I want my mom I pay all her bills, you know what I'm saying? Like, my nieces, like, I'm a big family man, so I have a lot of nieces. Like, my brother has a few daughters, so I want my nieces to be straight, like, my brothers and sisters to be straight. Like, if they want to go to college, whatever college they want to. My brother my third brother, he turns 14 this Sunday. Whatever college he want to go to, pay for it. If he don't get a scholarship on his own, you know what I'm saying? Because he's very talented in sports as well. That's it, just being able to take care of my family. That's my bucket list, for real.
That's a good motive to have. And I'm sure a lot of people want that. Yeah. Well, not too many people are really taking action, trying to pursue it.
Yeah, definitely, though.
They're just talking out their tongue.
Yeah. Because most don't know how to do it, but that just come from trial and error. Yeah. You can't have your face down. Like, I've been times where I had negative $27 in my account, but I still held my chest out, head out. I'm still outside trying to find a different way. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, most millionaires don't become millionaires till they about 35 or something like that. Yeah. So it's like, it's trial and error with everything, and keep on building with the right people. You know what I'm saying? Money don't make me. You know what I'm saying? I know how to make money. It just, I build in so many different ways. Money be thin for me sometimes. But I know it's going to come. It just, I got to keep on being me and keep walking my walk. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's at their own pace.
Everybody at their own pace. A marathon. Shout out to Nipsey. Yeah. Shut up. Rest in peace.
You know, it's like, this is the first time I ask anybody, right? Mm-hmm. So, gets you thinking, right? But if you were a fighter, like a professional fighter. Yeah. And what would your walkout song be?
Roy Jones, Can't Be Touched.
Can't be touched.
Can't be stopped. Can't be hit. You ready? Here we come. I can't.
It fit the vibe too.
Yeah, like that's my that was my song I used to play before every football game.
Oh yeah.
It turned me up for real. And I take some pre-workout, and we ready to be an animal out here. Yeah.
You know, you said earlier you should really stop eating bread, right?
Yeah.
But if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's that one same meal you will have for the rest of your life.
I can eat my mom's spaghetti forever.
Yeah?
Yeah, and that's like bread for her because it's pasta. But I eat my mom's spaghetti forever. She got the best spaghetti and lasagna, but the spaghetti is like, it's top tier.
Yeah?
Top tier.
Is it like handmade and everything?
Yeah, handmade. She doing that. And my second thing would be macaroni, cheese, and yams. I love that.
Macaroni, cheese, and yams. You know, I've never had yams, actually.
Man, that shit's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, you got to come by the family. You got to come by the Thanksgiving, man.
Thanksgiving?
We got you, yeah.
Saturday?
Yeah.
I'll stop by. What you doing Saturday? Oh, you think work?
Yeah, you pull up though, like you family, bro. Yeah, like you pull up though, like for real though, like open arms and everything.
The address is posted on your page?
Yeah, 4,000. It's right across the street from George Wolf High School. It's the old Midlothian Village. It's built at Atlantic. It's apartments though.
I'll be there
for sure though.
I'll be there
for sure though.
And I'll bring like I said, I gotta go actually tomorrow or Saturday morning, first Saturday morning. I'm gonna go buy like a bunch of canned foods and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And definitely wanna.
Let's get it though.
Yeah,
we building though, and I want to continue to build with y'all too though. Like it's so many like we can't box ourselves into one thing. Like y'all know how to do all this. It's so much more you can do. You can take the camera on the road and take like you can't box yourself into one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can make this a whole lifestyle and stuff like vlogging, all that. Like y'all cool people. You know what I'm saying? Like even you behind the camera, you can have your own lifestyle being showed behind the camera. Like you could be vlogging this because it's a tribe for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you comfortable with talking and interviewing people. You know what I'm saying? You like being behind the screens and stuff. Like, y'all might can't see them right now. But it's a lot of people that's like you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you can really record, like, it's so many aspects and, like, never box yourself into just this because that's how you build. You'll never know who you run across. Because when Like I look up the Dame Dash for real. The whole thing is to sell. Like how you build up a business to sell it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you go to your next thing, whatever you want to do, or create something new. So like when they built Rockefeller, their whole plan was to build up the record label so we could sell it for the highest amount we can get for it and keep on moving the buck. So like make something where if y'all do let's say Diddy want to buy y'all podcast for $2 million. Okay, we'll sell it right now, but you still got that already going, so that's an easy pitch to keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's always keeping, like I said, keeping this hand moving while you moving with this, though. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even with the artists, get more in tune with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, find a way of lane, like you said you did at the show. Like, you put them on with the show with the DJ.
Yeah.
You being there now, recording that. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother lane and aspect of it where you can put it on YouTube and stuff. And behind-the-scene interviews, like, just make yourself work, grind. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. Like, when you pull up, interview people out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Interview me when I'm out there. Like, just do different things that's outside of the normal. This way, you can build a whole nother world. Like, or you just expanding your world doing it for real. And that's all it's about.
It's like that's what when I came to the name, everything happened so fast. But I really wanted. You're good. You're good. Oh. With the name, I really want to be really diverse.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't want to close any doors with gas or anything. That's why I named it Smart Minds, Good Times. I
feel
like
hard.
It's a diverse.
It's catchy.
Yeah.
It's catchy, yeah.
But it's also diverse because, like, okay, like I feel like I could bring on like a friend, somebody goofing around, or a comedian.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could bring somebody like an entrepreneur or someone that has a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to be as open as possible.
So what made you reach out to me for?
Actually, Irv told me about you.
For real.
Irv told me about you when
That's
we were
dope.
done recording the episode. He was like, who should you get on? He was like, Troi, Hughes, and I was like, no, I don't. And he sent me, he gave me your page and everything.
Yeah.
And so I saw you like, okay, and I saw you do this and that. Okay, like it was like I haven't had a model figure on here before, and so something we wanted to do like with this one. Yeah. And so like
see, and that's another thing. You gotta have friends that speak about you when you're not in those rooms. They put you in. But as far as modeling, I'm not like the models you want Poppy.
Okay.
Named Harsh Marlowe on Instagram, Poppy and J Tune. Them models. Like if you want like a more insight of like how I'm seeing to right now. You want more insight of like high fashion, like modeling, those are the guys you do. And like those like my little brothers for real. Like I gave them a push to go towards like modeling for real. You know what I'm saying? Like they seen what I was doing and took it to a whole nother level. Like they on the verge of being supermodel. Like especially like Harsh Marlowe, Poppy. Like he's did Paris shows. He signed to London agencies, so he's more in tune with that aspect.
He's not. Is he here locally?
I'm not sure. Is he back
maybe?
from? Is he back from? Let me see this right here. If he's back from New York, but he's back and forth though. Like he modeled for Teflar. Like he's the guy you want on here as far as that type modeling. Podcast and J Tune. Like J Tune just did a shoot for Adidas with Dapper Dan. And like these are like my little brothers I could call up right now and like, yeah, what's up, bro?
It's like it also like I used to play podcast as a way to like get different types of people on.
Yeah.
But it's also a way for me to be able to, because it's not like, it's like a podcast is like for viewers to watch, but I also use it as an instrument for me to learn.
Definitely though.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I watch podcasts just to learn for real. Because like seeing how another person thinks might make you think a little bit different. Like I understand his perspective. Because we all have our own perspective in life, but you being around different people, you like, damn, what he's saying does make sense.
Yeah.
It is right. I never thought of it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a little bit older than you. So the way you look at some things, I might look at it the same when I was your age, but now I'm older now. I know a shorter way to get to what you're trying to go to. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be mindful of that because you don't know. And you might know some things that I never did because I didn't jump into that lane yet. You know what I'm saying? You might know a shorter way for me to get to that route. But you just got to listen to like, all right, evaluate what's saying like, damn, that makes sense. That 2 + 2 = 4. But 3 + 1 = 4. You know what I'm saying? 4 + 0 = 4. There's a lot of ways to get to 4. You can't just be stuck on your one way.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Just like I am a strong believer. I guess like through my personal experience, I had to go through something in order to learn it. But I can also take note from what somebody went through.
Other people trying. So I'm the same way as well though. Like a lot of my friends went through. Like a lot of my friends got locked up and stuff when I was younger. But I learned how they got locked up, and that avoided me from getting locked up. Like, I learned like little things like police can't go in your glove department when it's locked. They can't go in your trunk. So them things, don't smoke in your car. Like them 3 things that like my key things. Like that's where 70% of people get locked up. They smoke in their car.
Yeah.
Now they got a right to search your car. Boom. Now you didn't lock your glove departments and put whatever you need to. I ain't trying to get too much like tips stuff in there, but like you put your stuff in the glove department and lock it, they can't go in there. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't have no weed, no warrants, nothing like that, they can't check your car. And now you notice a lot of cars don't have no key on their glove department box. Because that's a cheat code. Now they can open it. Your trunk, they can't go in your trunk. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to give people, police, the permission to search your car. It's knowing your laws, so they can't use against you. You in the car, the police stop you. I don't feel comfortable. I want to speak to your sergeant. Now they got to call a sergeant on that. They can't pull you out the car now. You know what I'm saying? Because this happened to me on my birthday last year. I got pulled right by the way I'm doing the Thanksgiving event by Will.
Okay.
I got pulled, and the police, I was like, why did you stop me for? They was like, step out the car. I'm like, no, I'm not going to step out the car. Like, no, you need to step out the car. I'm like, they're like, you ran a red light. I'm like, no, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, just step out the car. Listen to the officer. You're not. They'll try to scare you, say you're not complying.
Yeah.
No, I want to speak to your sergeant. So I had my window down a little bit. They end up opening my door and pulling me out my car. So I'm like, you can't do this. And then when they're doing it, they're like, they put my hands behind my back like they was trying to detain me. I'm like, so are you detaining me? Because I know my laws. They're like, one officer said, yeah, and the other one tapped him like, no, we're not detaining them because they have no right to detain me. So they let me sit down on the ground. And I'm saying, no, you can't search my car. I want to speak to your sergeant. So it took about 15 minutes. The sergeant came, and he wore them out. They was like, you're not supposed to have checked them until I got there because I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel safe. And you didn't have a right to stop me. So they ended up saying I'm wearing a red light to just go because I caused a problem. And we can't be afraid to speak because it's our right for real. You know what I'm saying? Have cameras recording all the time too, though, because sometimes it's not fair, though, you know?
You know, that's one thing I really wanted to get. I'm going to get a dash cam.
Got to. Yeah. Because they can paint their own narrative. Then they'll be like, their personal cam was off. You know what I'm saying? It's like they play that, like police one of the biggest games. And they are good cops though. I've never been a person that be like, fuck the police, because they are good cops and they are needed. But some of them, they don't play fair.
I think that's more of a, maybe not a cop thing, but
a person thing. Good person, bad person thing.
I guess it's like an authority thing because cops have authority. Yeah. It's like any politics, anybody with authority. Yeah. People that, I guess it depends on their background because people that like never really were, I guess, I don't know, like an ego thing.
Yeah. A lot of people
important. Once they get the authority, it's like they abuse it.
The ego trip. Yeah. And that's heavy thing with the police department. So it's like, so you got to be on point and know your law. Because like I said, and like we said early in the segment, ignorance of the law is not bliss. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to know your laws for real to protect yourself.
You know, there's 2 more questions.
Okay.
3, actually 3. Let's see how I want to. All right, I'll say that one for last. But if you could have a cup of coffee with anyone that has ever existed, who would it be? It's a hard one, right?
It's two people.
Hey, it's fine. Two's fine.
2 people. It would be Tupac and Mansa Musa.
Mansa Musa. I'm not sure who that is. Maybe I'm uncultured.
He's the richest man ever in the world.
Okay, like is he Egyptian?
He was from Africa.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly where he was from though, but he's like a king of all kings, for real. Like he gave out so much wealth. Like he passed out gold to each city. Like he conquered so much though. Like he was literally the richest man in the world, Mansa Musa. I would want to talk to him though.
Is there documentaries on him? Because there is. I'll probably watch.
It's not really a lot of documentaries. They have a lot of stories on him, a lot of books and stuff. You can look him up though. Mansa Musa. He's the richest man that ever lived in the world. Like he has so much gold. Like they say, it's just dropped from while he walked, but he gave so much. Like he just conquered so much. I don't know how he did it. That's why I want to start. They say it might be from genuine, might be from force, but he just was so powerful for real. But it's not a lot of bad things said about him though.
That's an interesting one. That's a different response that I've gotten. Yeah, I'll definitely look into him. All right, this is just a dumb question, right?
Okay, what's up? Ain't no dumb question. What's up?
How long do you think you would survive in a zombie apocalypse?
Oh, I be having that in my mind every day, like it's gonna happen any day now. I think I'm a survivor though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it through though. Yeah, I got a lot of guns, all that. Like I know how to shoot. I know how to protect myself. It's like I think I survive. I'm one of the people that I just think I can survive anything. Okay, I've been through so many. I've been through car accidents, like shootouts, all that. Like, I think I can survive anything for real. Cause like I'm I'm just me for real. So I think I'll last to the end.
How do you think
I'll be like Rick on what's the zombie TV show? The Walking Dead.
Oh, The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
okay.
I'd be like Rick on there. Yeah.
You know, how do you think the world's gonna end if it were to end? Like,
hey, we already went through water. We already went through fire. You gotta reset. It's not too far away though. You gotta reset. I'd probably be. So we went through water, fire, air, something with air, like hurricanes and stuff like that gonna tear it down. Cause we already the world already burned, it already flooded. So it's probably like air, or like fall collapse, earthquakes.
Yeah, I was about to say because the other one would be like Earth, right? So it would be
Earth, yeah. So like earthquakes. So maybe earthquakes then, earthquakes.
You know, now that you brought that up, you know, it's an interesting topic that's like inevitable, but it's crazy. The San Andreas fault line.
Ooh, and that's one thing I was scared about moving to California about. Yeah, because like, it's real though. It's coming
anytime.
It's coming. Yeah. It's real though. And then the thing about we building so much on this land, it's too heavy. Yeah. Can't hold. Like we build an apartment complex every week, new buildings every week. The ground that mentioned like Earth is a living creature. The oceans are living, so that's putting pressure and weight on them where it's not sustainable for too long.
That's definitely like an intriguing topic I always had. Like since I was a kid, I was always big into like looking into
that's real though. Tornadoes, that's real weather. Though. That's real though. Yeah. I'm big on that too though. So like, I think it'd be like earthquakes and stuff though.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, all right. This is like the last question, and I ask anybody, and like before I ask this, like, there's something that maybe you wanted to bring up that I didn't bring up. Something you want to talk about?
So what's your goals though for this?
What are my goals?
Yeah, what are your goals?
Damn, that's crazy. I've never really been asked that on the podcast, but like, you know, it's like one thing I hear is like you have to know where you want to go in order for it to happen.
Yeah.
So maybe it's wrong on my part that I don't have a full vision yet.
Yeah.
But if I could tell you where I wanted it to be at, maybe it's like I don't want to just be a podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe like a movement or
it's hard.
Like something I saw is like maybe have like you're good.
Give me 1 second.
It's like, you know, I want to have like we were talking about it. We went to what was it? It was off of not Broad Street. You know where the Rotate is and the center?
Yeah.
Right there. So we went there the other day, met Illa, and we were talking like, yo, like maybe like one day we could have like a shop.
Yeah.
We could just see our logo on the Smgt, and maybe we could be like a creative space also. I don't know.
That's hard though. That's
something
hard though.
Like that.
That's hard though.
I'm not really looking at the future as like I want to have this amount of views, make this amount of money. You're like, yeah, that I want that to come with it, but it's like the reason why I do like this podcast, really, I could start a podcast in my room and by myself.
Yeah.
But it's just an internet thing.
Yeah.
This is both. It's an impact with people.
We're having
real conversation, real people, not just internet thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it doesn't even feel like a job or anything like that. Because like we're having a conversation here, and I'm just putting it on the internet.
Yeah.
So it's like best of both worlds, but
it's like you living your life. You get it, you having fun with living your life though, and that's where like the passion is. Like that's what you want to do with things though. Like I said, that's why I want to teach the kids. Like just be yourself. You're being yourself now. Like this is natural conversation. It flow easily, and you have a diverse crowd that come in here. So like that's who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? So you have to embrace that. You know what I'm saying?
One thing that came to my head that like is like just realization is like when I was younger. I always wanted to be around like my parents, like let's say when my dad was out there having beers with my uncles and stuff. The grown man conversations. I always found that so intriguing. I just wanted to be around that conversation
because you learn so much with it though,
and it's good conversation.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I would play with my cousin stuff, but like that, I got to an age where like that's where I want to spend my time at this function.
I'm like that now at 30 though. I ride around with my dad the whole day and just talking to him and listening to talk. Like him and my grandpa, they talking though. You learn so much game from it. It's not all about you being in the conversation. You just listen and getting the jewels from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about though. One thing I would say to you, you got your business right for everything?
As in?
Business, LLCs.
You know, I haven't opened it yet, but I'm trying to get one soon.
Do it now. There's no reason for you not to. Like what y'all got now, this is a legitimate business. Like this is why I get it, y'all. So the quicker you start, the better it looks on paper. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to keep waiting until the perfect moment. It costs $100 to get an LLC. 50-50. You know what I'm saying? However y'all want to structure it. You know what I'm saying? 50-50. Go to the bank. Get a bank account. Each check, each week, You put $20. You put $20. Don't touch it. You put $20. You $20. Whenever you need to buy something, buy it with the bank account. You know what I'm saying? After a while, you keep building. You get with the right bank, maybe like a Virginia Credit Union.
Yeah.
You start getting business loans and stuff like that. Just keep on building into it, like legitimize it on paper, so it's legal. So like when it's time to take that big step, you're not looked at as a fresh business on paper. So you might want to get a commercial property. How long have you been in business? And actually, you might have been 5 years, but on paper, it only say 6 months. Yeah. And now you put yourself down like, damn, it was so something to do. The only thing I do is just keep up with like the little taxes and stuff. It don't be nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're not spending nothing. So that I would make that urgent though. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want y'all building. Y'all already in the game now. Yeah. And no reason to play with it. You know what I'm
saying? I that's something I had in my thought. Like since starting it.
Yeah.
I guess you said don't wait for the right time. Just do it now.
Yeah.
I have like a piece of paper where I have written pencils like all the expenses we've had so far. Like, so when I do it, I have something to show.
Yeah.
Even though it's not receipts, it's like track, and I can also pull it back. Like, hey, we did spend that. We spent this here. Every little thing. And
so you got the layout for it though, but you gotta legitimize it now because like over time you might get in that point where you might need $1,500, something like that. And they want to see on paper how long have you been in business. And like I said, you don't gotta like minimize it to $20 a week, whatever y'all feel comfortable paying. Like shit, $100. You know, we ain't touching it at all. It just is going into the pot because that's what y'all building. You gotta build up to build a pot. So whenever y'all do need expenses, y'all not grabbing out what y'all have in y'all pocket. It's already sitting there. Y'all might got $3,000 sitting there for whatever y'all need it for. Because y'all just spending a lot. I can tell y'all, I know prices. Y'all done spent a lot already with this stuff. So it's like, why not do it the right way? You know what I'm saying? Y'all too far in the game not to respect it like that.
Yeah, one thing we did say that I guess we kind of wanted to do things right.
Yeah.
But it's also the way we're too far in to go back. So this is,
y'all already did it right. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, most people would have bought the LLC first, then do it. So but you gotta respect your path. That's what you felt comfortable with. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But now, like I'm saying, if I'm on your podcast or some shit, like I respect it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like ain't no telling who might come in here next. And you don't want to waste a big joint because you might have, like I said, Diddy Network might hit you up, but a big network in Richmond might hit you up, and they might want to know what's your legal work, and you can't have nothing to show. It's like, what's your EIN number? You don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's your DUNS number and stuff like that. It's like, and you get so many perks when you are a business. You can sign up for different things. You might sign up for whoever make these microphones. They might could be sending you stuff like that. It's like, y'all in a spot where I get brand deals. You could get brand deals for talking, like placement deals. You might hit me up for a water contract where I pay you something like that just to have the water sitting right here the whole time. I might have the water for your brand.
Oh, well, not even pay. Like it's like it would be like something they do is like, oh, you know, like just pack water and like this the water we drink on.
You drink like that, but I'm saying, but you're a brand ambassador for it because it's your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you gotta be intentional with all your actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have maybe say you have a candle brand from a local around here, they could pay you $200 a month just to have your candle sit right here. Where it's taking care of finance of a new camera lens you might need to get. It's just like, it's being intentional with things. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
But you got business though, you're legitimate, you know? Just stuff like that.
Definitely something.
It's add-ons. Everything's an add-on though. It make it so simple though. Like, I mean, you don't even notice it though. Like I said, you are a brand now. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, you're a brand. So you keep on project, like you post these stuff on TikToks, you going viral and stuff like that. And you build outside of this, now you're your own figure where you can get monetized for being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you already got the likeness of an interviewer, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's no limits for you though. That's why I want you to see like, it's bigger than you being in your room, like in the room, like it's no limits for you. You just got to keep on growing with that and take business serious. Like I was talking to my PR, like I'm like you in a lot of ways. Like I care about the purpose and like the helping and like building and stuff, but at some point you got to come to where you got to focus on the business side to push through and get to the next level, because that's where the money gonna come from to take care of that. Because you could do this all day long and move, but you're not gonna have the finances all the time to take care of things. But when you focus on the business aspect, that's gonna take care of the finances. And go hand in hand for real.
Yeah, no, definitely gonna do that.
Yeah, for sure. And if you need help with anything, just let me know though. Like, bro, it's $100.
Yeah, no,
like, it's $100. You going out to the club, you go to a restaurant, like it's $100.
Yeah, no.
Just get it out the way. You go to the bank account, you only got to put, I think, $20 in the bank account before it started off, and that's it right there. And now you got an EIN number. Then you just sign up for Duns and Brass numbers. It's like you're in the game for real now, legitimately. Yeah. So now like just keep building from that.
I definitely will do that soon.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know when I do it too.
For sure though. Let me know though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on you now though.
Yeah, no, I'll let you know when I do it.
For real though.
I'll let you know when I do it.
Yeah.
Last thing before we close it off. Like it's been a great talk. I appreciate you so much for coming on. And I really appreciate people that come on. They take time out of their day. I know you're busy.
Yeah.
It's like sit here. It's also another reason why I want to do podcasts, because like it's very hard to have a sit down talk with people nowadays.
Yeah.
Phone.
Move so fast though. Yeah. Definitely though.
And so like, if you could give the whole world a message, what would it be?
My message to the world is be yourself. Be genuine. Move. Like I say this now though. I don't move with my mind. I don't move with my heart. I move with my spirit. Listen to your inner gut. It be you. And all while, no matter how corny, unfunny, ugly, however many you, be you. Because your flaws is going to make you special. Flaws make you special. It's a tribe for you wherever you go. You just got to find that tribe, or you'll walk into your tribe by being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, energy never lies. Energy is magnetism. Magnetism is going to attract you to the right person. Like, me walking how I walk and you move how you move brought us together. If we didn't align with energy and magnetism didn't exist, this would never have happened. You know what I'm saying? It's probably about 17 podcasts in the city. Yeah. I look past them, though, because it might not pass the quality test. It might not pass the energy test. It might not pass the look test. So it's like you check off all those boxes. So that's saying something. Keep walking and being yourself, and it's going to go. And I have to do the same thing with myself, because that's going to walk me into my next endeavor with the right person. You know what I'm saying? Just be you, be genuine, and give the world hell. That's what I'm saying. Give the world hell, man.
Well, that's a strong message.
Yeah.
I'm going to make that a clip.
I appreciate it, bro.
I appreciate you so much for coming on.
Appreciate it, man. I'm here anytime you need me, bro. For sure.
I thank you guys so much for watching.
Y'all tune into the hottest podcast in the city. Let's get it. And what's my guy behind the camera?
His identity is hidden.
I hit it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr.
Cameraman.
Mr. Cameraman. That's my guy.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We out.
We out.
Later.
That was a great interview, bro.